to Season 2, Episode 4 of The Top Shelf. For anybody new here, because I need to actually start introducing the show, The Top Shelf is a rotating one-shot tabletop show in which we go over a new tabletop role-playing game every week, or every episode, rather, and then have a discussion about it at the end. Today, we are playing Himbos of Myth Mettle with its own creator, other side, not Keegan, Max Lander, which is going to be an absolute delight. Just reading through the initial works of it is so much fun, and it is currently funding during Zine Month, which we've got weekish, little over a week left in. Before I get started, just so that everybody knows how long it's funding, Max, is this going further than February, or is this ending in February?
It's just the month of February.
Just the month of February. So if you like the game, you got to go get it. But we'll throw down links and talk about it more at the end. For now, let's introduce everybody. We're gonna go. We'll go counterclockwise. We'll have Keegan start us off, move on to Corndog Turk, and then finish with Max. Go ahead and tell us about yourself. Tell us about your character, and we'll get going.
Cool. I'm Keegan. You can find me online at KeeganEXE, and I'm playing Guy McMan, a farmer.
Beautiful.
Hey everyone, it's me, Corndog. I am realizing my name is wrong in our chat. All right, so I am playing Kate, the himbo bimbo, who's just very sweet.
Luckily, your name is not wrong on the overlay, because I got things right this time. Turk, what do we got?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Turk, or Turk Accented on Twitch and Twitter, and I will be playing Arestes, the mightiest Laxbro you've ever met.
I'm very excited.
I'm Max. I get to play this game. I get to actually play a himbo. That's fun. I am playing Trunk Hackstorm. I actually have a secret. I'm going to tweet this. I have like a secret preview art of this character that's going to end up in the cool calendar that is happening in extension to this game. But it's very in progress, so I'm going to treat it. But is like a minotaur, bro.
Hell yeah.
Big hooves.
I am about it. And I am your host, Mads. You can find me on Twitter at JKMadigan anytime we throw down updates for this. And I will be the game master for the session. Himbos of Myth Mettle subverts the typical high fantasy with conceptually providing you a space to, one, play a himbo, which everybody loves. You can't not love himbos. They're great. But also, traditionally, the heroes are the protagonists of our story, the front and center limelight individuals that usually have a himbo secondary to them. This game puts that right at the forefront by himbos following these heroes into adventures and aiding best they can and doing what they can to make the world a better place. However, currently, these himbos are out of, or not out of, but in between work with a hero. And you guys find yourselves energetic and glistening after a particularly fruitful leg day at the local gym. Before heading downtown to check the hero postings at Crisis Averted Talent Scouting Inc. What better way to wind down than with a smoothie? You meander into the local juice bar to load up on protein powder and restorative nutrients when something's about to occur. The juice bar is on the corner of a street facing a four-way intersection. Carts moving back and forth. Fairly busy road. Horses moving past at a breakneck speed, cutting off carriages left and right. And the whole corner storefront of this juice bar is glass. And you guys have just, or one of you, or all of you, have just walked up to grab your juices and smoothies, when you can see at the guard crossing, as they have stopped traffic momentarily for the crosswalk to continue, this bumbling guard did not notice, or does not seem to notice, one final straggler of the crosswalk, this frail, probably late 70s old lady who is currently making her way across the street as he lowers his handheld stop sign, kind of grabs his spear and walks back to the corner of the road, completely oblivious to the fact that he has just restarted traffic and this woman is caught in the headlights, middle of the road. What are we doing, Himbos?
Got to immediately jump into action there. That's a fight on sight right there. So yeah, I'm gonna start running out. I will like haphazardly toss or try and chug my juice at the same time because you gotta get the protein in with the limited amount of calories I'm allowed today. So just gonna stick the straw in my mouth and bite on it really hard, and kind of like try to tilt my mouth up as I'm gonna run and try and get to her to, if not tackle her out of the way, at the very least guide her safely and heroically, of course.
Of course. Okay, we're rolling thighs for this, I'm assuming.
Yes. What do I need to roll?
So it's going to be your thigh stat. You're going to roll a d20, roll under.
Should be pretty good. My thighs are freaking great. Oh, that's too far. That's going to be a 3 for my 12th thigh.
Very nice. So you book it before anybody else can even react out into the road. You don't skip leg day, and you barrel through the street, collecting this old woman. Didn't even manage to spill the drink that you've got stuck in your teeth as you make it across the road right before a noble on a Mustang happens to just barrel through. You set the old woman down, and she's shaken and startled, and she looks up at you and your physique, and she goes, thank you.
That had jalapenos in it. Do not order the Green Monster if you're going to make a bunch of runs and do cardio.
I can't handle energy drinks. I keep away from those. Heart can't handle it anymore.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Well, what?
I'm sorry, you're saying something.
No, I was just going to thank you, and was, quite strong. You seem to. Do you work with those adventurers downtown?
Yeah, I do.
What's up? Do you need to take a moment? I can.
Oh, yeah.
I'm retired.
My
I have
friends
all
are,
the time in the world.
My friends are coming over. They're on their way. There's a lot of jalapeno with me right now. It's spicy.
Is everybody else following suit to go see what's going on, or are you just kind of watching from the window as this occurs?
I am actively holding up the stop sign now, but I'm not holding it up personally. I'm holding up the arm of the man who's supposed to be holding it up. And just like being like, wait, just wait a second. That's me in the background currently.
I definitely thought you were going to say, I'm just holding up the man who's holding the sign.
Like Simba. Just the whole dude.
The sign now says stop.
I definitely think I'm just standing on the curb, drinking my drink.
I think I'm just on the curb as well.
So,
just drinking.
Okay.
Good job.
So our currently helpful himbo has just gestured to all of his friends, kind of doing their own things. One of which keeping traffic at bay as you guys settle onto the curb as well. And the old woman goes, "Well, I would hate to separate you from your friends, but I have to repay you. Why don't you follow me back to my house, and I'll get you some coin, or maybe I could make another smoothie, since you choked on the last one."
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to see what kind of ingredients you're putting in. I'm kind of like a strict paleo-draconic diet.
It's a big kitchen. I can always use the help if you want to. You can be involved. You know what? If you have the time, I could actually use some help. If you're not just saving people from the crosswalk.
Yeah, I got lax practice tomorrow, so I'm pretty free for the rest of the day, I guess.
Well, perfect. It should be an easy thing for you and your friends. You all look so toned, muscular.
Quick question.
Yes.
Uh, who are you? Because like I don't want to vibe with stranger danger. Like we should know each other before this becomes this.
My name is Margaret Mims. I own the cottage just outside of town, right by the woods. It's a nice place.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, bro sesh real quick.
All right, sorry, Miss Nims. I'll be right back.
Are we still? I vision we're stopping traffic now, or we're doing.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
a
I think
fast-
traffic
right
is
in
still
the center of the
stopped.
road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm still like,
Yeah.
like a classic huddle up in the middle
Yeah.
of the intersection.
we're getting honked at, and we don't know that it's them, that it's us that they're mad at.
I have zero context of what period and technological world.
Yeah,
we
either do
are,
I.
and
It's
so when
great.
you said a Mustang, I was like, you mean like the horse, right? Like,
Yes.
don't
No,
know.
I meant like the horse.
Good,
That was the
great,
joke. Yeah.
The horse is the going.
Yeah, the honk.
Just honking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a duck-billed horse.
They just have a little goose on it that they whack every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Just
Yeah,
spur
we had
the
one of
goose.
those on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
So, Margaret, no longer stranger, but danger? Do we know?
Can't possibly be true. Look at her.
She's just standing there, like, just casually waiting, kind of eyeing the clouds as you guys are talking.
She seems like really nice. She offered to make us more smoothies and juice and whatever.
I mean, like, I could eat another smoothie.
I
Have you
could
tried
too.
drinking one yet?
You can do that?
You have to be real careful.
Does it have to be like thinner for that to happen?
Nah, dude. You just gotta suck harder.
That makes sense.
I feel like I knew that somewhere in my heart.
Okay.
Thanks,
GM, can I
Yes.
vibe check the old lady? That is what I put in for one of my skills.
Very nice. That's a hell of a skill. Vibe checking should be in every tabletop game.
Like, I'm not very fit from what I rolled, but I feel like I can vibe check people and
Okay, so
hear their additional words,
are you?
unspoken truth, if you will.
Which stat are you rolling with? Talk me through your vibe check.
I would like to roll with lips based on the conversation that was exchanged while I was present, seeing if I understood her real intent.
Granted, and the skill gives you a +1, so lips plus that. Go ahead and roll under.
Natural one! Yay!
Very nice.
I'm the best!
She is incredibly sincere. She seems super sweet, but she is not telling you the whole story. She's.
I don't
kind
care
of-
about the whole story.
Yeah,
She seems sweet.
She
All right,
seems
I'm in.
sweet. She's just kind of awkward.
I know about being awkward, man. Yeah. She seems sweet, guys. Shall we
right.
partake?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know why it took us so long to get here. Been huddling
Gotta-
for so long.
Because we had to walk across the street.
I'll just make sure to give that man a sign back.
Oh, right. Sorry, you can have your arm back.
Yeah, he just
sir.
lets go of the
Sorry.
wrist, and he's like, thanks. You really.
Yeah,
Really-
be more aware next time. In tune
Yeah,
with
your
your
surroundings.
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
appreciate that.
Of course you get it, guy.
I do. How did you know my name?
That's your name too?
Oh, give his name back.
Related?
What? Your name's
Oh.
also Guy?
Right.
Yeah.
That's wild. One of us is gonna have to change.
Well, it's gonna be you, bub.
Okay, I'll go talk to the city about it. No need to.
Sorry. It's a lot of creatine.
It's a lot of
afterwards.
energy. A lot of energy.
It's a lot of creatine. I'm sorry. I just want to get big.
I can tell. I can tell. You've been putting in the work. I'll get back to my job now. And he kind of takes a couple steps back so that you're not within arm's reach of him again.
Sorry, everyone. That was really uncool.
Hey.
Do you really think I have to change my name?
No.
No, dude, you wear that name like perfectly.
All right.
Okay. So you.
Just gonna give a suspicious look back to the other
I'm
guy.
not gonna stop thinking about this.
Oh no.
I'm also convinced that you must have the same mother. That's how that works.
Oh my god! What if he was my brother?
Dude, I mean, you did have a point. Like, it might be related. Should check back in on him later after we've had the smoothies at Miss Nim's.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You guys could have like a heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
Dope.
I mean,
Okay, Miss Nims, we're ready to go.
good. Follow me. Also, can you grab my bags? And she's got
Sure.
like the stuff that's like just the couple grocery bags that were still sitting there. But you pick up what she's asked and you follow her just to the edge of town. It's not particularly far in this corner of town, 10-15 minute walk. And she leads you to what she described as a fairly small cottage. But this place is like a whole goddamn ranch. She's got, like, this is a two-story, fairly sizable, like, European homestead with large amounts of fencing that surround it, but right up against the forage. Wow, all of those words were wrong. But right up against the forest, and there are
Forage.
a number of different pens for, like, you can clearly see a chicken coop, but there are a couple other things in there that are very similar, but not quite chicken coop sized, bigger. And she kind of walks you through and gets you to the front door, which is a large, like polished oak double door, and she's like, "Well, please come on in, and I'll find you some coin, have a seat, and the smoothies. Yes. What did you say your name was? Yes, sorry, the
Moi?
the fellow who helped me.
Arestes.
Arestes, big hunks of people. Am I? I'm sorry. I'm very lonely. My husband's died a while ago.
That's really good, actually. I have not heard that one before.
Look, you come inside? I'll go get some things. And she opens the door and leads you in. Very much open floor plan. Most of the space is not separated by a whole lot of hallway. You can even see the second floor as kind of a balcony that overhangs the main living space, where you can see it kind of branch off into separate rooms. All very rustic, but it's very well kept. And you can hear her kind of slowly walk down some hallway, some direction, and leaves you four alone for a minute.
I run back out the front door to go to the chickens.
Yeah, I'm following.
I just like it was very hard for me not to, but like as we were walking, I had this moment of like chickens, and then in was like, oh no, I gotta be polite or whatever, and then she left, and I was like, wait, and turn and I'm, chickens.
A valid response. Chickens are great. So you two, Trunk and Guy, head off. You will end up having to hop the fence, which is just a kind of a wood 2-rod fence, but hop over it and make it over to the chicken coop. You can hear a whole bunch of hens inside, probably a dozen or so, and kind of scattered off in the distance there are a couple more hens and roosters, but it's fairly casual. However, you guys do notice, now that you're deeper into the property, There is a scattering of more interesting animals in her fencing. First of which you would notice is a pairing of ostrich. There is also you know what? We're somewhere between fantasy and the modernness of it. There's also 2 or 3 like what look like owlbear cubs playing like deep into the property by the woods, but still fenced into her space.
I directly point at the ostrich and say, "Wow, this old lady has a big cock."
I don't have bird facts. I'm not a person who has bird facts, but in an uncharacteristic display of intelligence, Trunk has bird facts for you. And would like to correct your assessment of the bird situation, and then goes into a nice little long monologue of the different birds, but also is going to start speaking to them like he can fully understand them. All the birds. I don't know if owlbears count as birds or
Owlbears
bears.
are too
I don't
far
know which
off
one they
at this
count as
point.
for. Good.
But
I feel like if you have bird facts, you understand owlbears. It's right there in the name.
I'll grant it by technicality. Yeah.
I mean, their face is pretty owly.
They're also
right?
still
so, like,
feathered,
presumably-
so
Yeah. Their speaking apparatus is like the owly a bit.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
it's just a
I
bird
like
how
that
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 gives
works.
this
live
reminds
birth.
me of Kronk. Like,
Yeah.
rather than chipmunks, it's chickens.
Yeah. Listen, I understand birds twice. I rolled
Do you
mine on the
really?
life path.
I love
I
that.
extra understand birds.
Okay. The 2 remaining individuals in the house, while you guys are hanging out with these more exotic creatures and chickens, the old woman comes back and she has like what looks like a really deflated bag of coins. Like there's not much in there just immediately, but she kind of jingles it as she walks down the hall all giddy, and she goes, this is for you all to get to, go buy some ice cream afterwards or something, since you helped me out. But please follow me into the kitchen, and you're welcome to come to... I didn't catch your name. Blue...
You.
Kate.
Kate.
That's,
Kate.
Oh,
Kate.
oh, right.
There's only
Sorry,
2 of you
Kate.
in the space, so... Sorry, I
yep.
thought that one was implied.
When you told me that there was a himbo game, I was like, this is my true essence. So sometimes I don't really know what's happening. But at least I'm fun to be around.
You are indeed. But yeah, she gestures you both to follow to the kitchen. It is just as rustic and large as the rest of her home, but starts just kind of pulling out ingredients to make smoothies, and looks at Arestes. It's like, please check out the fridge, and you can cross-check whatever ingredients you need. While you're doing that, I do want to talk. I have a question. I was thinking about it, and I think I could use your help with something else. Since you said you have the time today, I thought maybe what better opportunity? After smoothies, of course.
Yeah. Of course. I'm just, I'm not like a prostitute.
What? Oh no, You are. You would break me. I am.
That was my
very
other
frail.
concern for medical and personal reasons.
No, I was going to see if you could go collect my cat. Poor little deer's run off into the woods, and I worry that she might have gotten caught up in a tree somewhere. And there's a lot of trees in that woods, and there's 4 of you and only 1 very slow-walking me. So if you wouldn't mind.
We could do a cat, right? Kate.
I think so. Excuse me. Mrs. Nim. Miss Nim?
Nims.
Nims. Do you have any squeezable peanut butter packets?
It so happens that I do. That's a oddly specific request for what I happen to have in my pantry, but they're just over there. And she gestures to like the dry storage.
Cool. Yeah, cat. Cool.
Perfect.
Just walk over to the cabinet and look at all the food.
Wonderful. As a quick aside, welcome to the raid. All of the new viewers popping in. Good to see you. We're playing Himbos of Myth Mettle, and it is a good time.
Oh.
That's all the context you really need.
Yeah, no, we could definitely find a cat. I mean, I'm not seeing a ton of celery in here. Do you think you have any out in a garden or something? I know you have like a animal situation. You grow any veggies?
Just cut the celery and eat the peanut butter, ma'am. There's only one way to do this.
Yeah, but I need like the negative cals for more peanut butter
bro,
later.
why? Aren't you trying to get big?
Yeah, but I also want to like add more protein on. But if you eat enough anti-calories, you can eat more calories on as well. But just get the sick protein. It's math.
Literal science.
What?
I read that in like
I'm gonna sit there
article.
dazed in the kitchen trying to do mathematics.
Yeah. So like if you eat calories, it gets rid of like a scoop of peanut butter. So you could have another scoop of peanut butter later.
I grab more.
You could have more.
You both sound like you're on board with the celery. I do indeed have a garden. I will go get some.
Sweet.
And she walks outside, and ends up seeing the two of you out by the chickens.
Yeah, Trunks is still explaining the difference between ostriches and chickens to me.
Well, and I think this is the first time she's genuinely noticed that you two weren't there.
Yeah.
Like, goes meandering towards you, having gotten distracted. Is like, excuse... What? It's not super safe out here if you don't know how to handle the big animal. The chickens are fine, but, be careful in the fencing. Are you two okay?
Yeah.
I am full on like nuzzling the ostrich. Like we're having a moment. There's some Disney princess vibes. Just
She is shocked, and immediately just like seeing that goes, "Oh, I know I picked you for the best people to go rescue my kitty. I'm really pleased by this."
You have a cat?
Well, I do have a cat.
Why didn't you tell us that earlier? We would come here so much faster.
I don't have the cat currently, but Arestes and Kate said that they would help. You guys would all help me find the cat. So,
There's more than one guy?
we're going cat shopping.
No. I already have the cat. It's just lost. In the woods, and she gestures like right behind the fencing, and she's like, "It went that way."
Oh, why didn't you tell us? We would have looked for it.
Well, after smoothies. Arestes and
Yeah,
Cater.
obviously.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure, because Arestes was really excited about that, and
The only thing that he likes more than cats is celery.
celery. That's right. We should follow me to the garden, and then you guys could come in and have some drinks, and I'll tell you more about my kitty and what she prefers, and then you guys can go find her.
Okay, can I take a chicken with me?
No.
Okay.
If you bring my kitty back, I might be able to part with one if that's what you would like in payment. You could have a chicken.
Cock for a pussy.
Get a chicken.
We could have a chicken.
We have a chicken.
We could have... Do you think she knows an ostrich isn't a chicken?
The joke wasn't lost on me at Arestes, so I'm trying not to fucking laugh. So, she wanders you over to the garden, which is much smaller, very much just maintained for her, as opposed to the vastness of this property. And she finds like a dozen stalks of celery and cuts them and walks them back inside with the two of you, and y'all get to making smoothies. And she continues and she goes, "Okay, you're looking for... Her name is Maribel. She doesn't come when you call her by name, though, so it may not help you, but just so you know. She is all black. So do it in the daylight. Try to be quick about it, or you will lose her forever. She's very sneaky. But she loves fish, and she loves heavy whipping cream, specifically. Anything else is too thin.
Right. So we have to cream your pussy.
Oop. Oop.
You had to know that was coming.
I didn't
was sitting
actually.
Here just like
That one
my
was
brain
lost on me that
ready
time.
For it. Everyone sitting at home, this show is 18 plus.
This is an 18 plus channel. And we are playing very deliberately not the brightest bunch, so it's good. It's appropriate. She goes, if she blushes and she's like, not how I would have put it, but it may be necessary.
Okay.
I don't know which way she went, but you should be able to follow her footprints, because that's how you track most things, so that might be a good place to start.
We can ask the chickens.
The chickens don't like her.
Does she like the chickens though?
Oh, very much so.
Then
We should take a chicken with us.
for bait. It'll be a cock tease.
Not a terrible plan. But if you lose the chicken in the process, that's the chicken that I'm going to give you, so choose wisely.
Okay.
Seemed unfazed by that. Okay. Alright, deal. So, any other questions for me before I set you on your way? She says she kind of finishes up getting glasses out, and bendy straws.
He's already on his way back to the chicken.
You
I am
just
ready
left,
to
like
pick
you
a
don't care.
chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, we get to take a chicken. I'm just out the door. Drink my smoothie for me. That's how. Just like think of me when you're drinking it. I'll get the gains.
Okay.
Sends you telepathically. Yeah. Telephonically.
Okay. So, you finish your drinks. Guy and Trunk, what chicken are you picking?
We have to get the really big one.
It's important to note that every time somebody makes a cock joke, Trunk has to correct that is not actually what these chickens are. Yeah, is there a big chicken? Also, do they have names? Because that will matter. Can I ask the chickens what their names are?
You know what? Go ahead and roll lips for me.
Great. My lips is a 2.
You have
But
bird
I do
facts.
understand
You have
birds.
birds. Yep.
I rolled a 3. I successfully spoke to the chicken.
I'm very pleased. The largest chicken is named Cookie.
Perfect.
And it is one of those big, like, long-feathered, like, black chickens.
The really majestic fuckers.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big old. I gotta back up. It's a big old chicken. But yeah, you can take Cookie with you if you would like.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like coax it out and then hold it all snuggly like.
It is a soft chicken. It is a comfortable chicken to hold.
In my mind, today is a success already.
Yeah, we could like go home now.
I'm going home with Cookie. Goodbye.
The game prohibits you from doing so because that would be dishonest.
True, I'm not gonna steal.
All right. So, after smoothies are concluded and Arestes has composed himself, which that's not going to happen this session.
That'll be the comment that broke him too.
All four of you make your way to the edge of the woods, with a chicken and some peanut butter packets. And Arestes, before you leave, I almost called her Maribel. Miss Nims gives you like one of the half pint containers, or like a pint container of the heavy whipping cream.
Solid. This is for Cat, right?
Maribel, yes.
Gotcha. We'll go cream Maribel.
Yeah, don't drink that. It's loaded with fats, and you gotta watch your figure. Apparently. Oh no, I didn't mean it as a bad thing.
Don't
I just
tell him that.
I
Just
apologize. I know she watches him start sweating, and it's like, no, I didn't.
No,
I'm
man,
sorry.
you're perfect the way you are. You're so perfect.
No.
Don't worry. Don't
No
worry.
no one's perfect.
She's old.
I get her eyes checked. We'll go get you some glasses too. We're gonna go creamy pussy. It's okay.
Okay, you two join up with Guy and Trunk over at the edge of the wood to start traveling through the trees. Do you guys have a particular plan in front of you, or are you just going to start walking?
Well, if it's heavy whipping cream, we need to make it into whipped cream, which means we have to start shaking the container.
I've been training for this for my shake weight championships. Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
Everybody's got to do it together. We all have to link hands and we all start shaking. Like
In a circle?
It's a circle.
In a circle.
While I would normally love to participate in a circle shake, I would like to ask Cookie which direction the cat went.
Okay.
You do that. We're working on the milkshake.
Yeah, you're looking great, guys.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask for another lips roll for this.
I'm not gonna succeed twice, everyone. I did succeed twice.
That thing really does
bless.
hate you traditionally, but it is designed for
It
himbos.
hates. That's what I've learned. This is only a roll under dice roller.
Okay. So you succeeded, and Cookie then explains in a way that only you can understand that you should just look at the ground, you very large, muscular person, and there are big-ass tracks pressed into the dirt that everybody else was too busy shaking the cream to notice.
Guys, Cookie found tracks.
I think we're almost done here.
Yeah.
The paw
Give me a
prints
second.
are
Almost
like
finished.
yay big.
You guys, that cat has really big feet. Like,
We're
size
gonna
doesn't
need leg
matter,
day.
but, like, that cat
Yeah.
We're gonna need more cream.
need way more cream.
Well, we can start whipping some. We gotta find some milk on the way then. Can you milk a chicken?
I don't think so, but I think you could milk an owl bear, probably. They're mammals. I don't actually know.
Jury's still out on that one. We haven't
What's a mammal?
We all look over
It's
at
the
owl
opposite of a
bears.
mistral.
No, mammals are the milkers, man. That's where we get our protein from.
Okay.
So,
Milk.
like, Jerry.
Mammal means milk. Like, yogurt comes from a mammal. And so does milk. Mammal is milk.
Soda milk?
Soda milk? Are you putting bubbles in it? That could get weird. I want to try it. I think you might be onto something.
This conversation
Yeah.
proceeds as you follow these tracks, which eventually come to an end at a clearing of very tall grass. It is probably about 2 in the afternoon. Sun has crossed its zenith at this point, but it is hot out, and the tracks have disappeared into the brush. What's your next move?
Well, do we just keep trying to follow this through this extra thick brush, or do you like try to shave it away, or?
You gotta wade through the brush, man. It's natural.
Yeah, well, like, yeah, of course, but like, still, sometimes it's just nice not
Are
to
you
get a bunch
asking
of.
for an easy way in?
No, I'm just asking. I just got these shorts, and I like them. I don't want them to get all scratched up when I'm diving deep in the bush.
Then hike them up higher. The higher the shorts, the closer to God.
All right.
I'm gonna cry. Ooh, okay. So you guys press on through the brush. Shorts as close to God as you can get them. And as you proceed through, you can hear a large amount of rustling off to your left, back into the woods. Beyond this clearing, it starts to get more dense, and you're getting more like bush foliage and things obscuring the path. It's not quite as much of an easy path to tread anymore. And somewhere amongst that, you're getting movement that is significant enough that it can be heard at a distance.
I mean, could be a cat, right?
Cat with big feet, even.
Did it sound like a cat? I'm looking to Trunks when I ask that because I assume if you know about birds, you know about every animal.
Yeah, after
Let's
you
do it.
talk to a chicken, I'm going to take your guidance.
I mean, I'm gonna listen, and based on nothing at all, I'm like, well, it's not a bird.
That's good. We're not looking for a bird then.
I think we're on the right track.
We crossed out something off the list. It could
So it's
definitely
not a bird, but it still could be a mammal, and it might be a cat.
Well, if it's a mammal, we can milk it and get more cream to get the cat.
You hear the sound of heavy springs firing off, and then a bellow in that same direction, is what sounds like some pretty hefty twigs are breaking in that brush. And the yowling, from which you're pretty certain is now at least a mammal, is continuing.
If there's a yowl, then I'm gonna be like, let's go, Cookie, somebody's hurt, and just like tuck, do it, and then like lean down and just run as straight as possible directly towards the sound of pain.
You arrive at this sound of pain, and it is loud enough that it's not hard to track down. As you see two things. One, caught in a very large animal trap is a cat, but not your cat. It is a brown spotted, fairly sizable male bobcat. But as it kind of rides and yowls, its back paw caught in the trap itself. The second thing you see is a fairly hefty crossbow bolt hit the ground and stick right into the dirt between your legs, and you can hear in the distance, "That's ours, and that was a warning shot. Back off."
I don't think he's yours, because, like, he's stuck in a trap right now.
And that's a crossbow bolt.
I pick up the crossbow bolt and I toss it back, and I'm like, there you go, still yours, and move to help the cat.
Two hunters.
Yeah, I want to get...
as you say that, two hunters walk out from behind kind of their spotting posts in the distance, making eyesight with you. One reloading that crossbow. And he goes, "Not that, you dunce. The crossbow bolt's mine too, but I was talking about the cat. That trap's ours, We caught it. Now you can leave it be.
Does the trap have your name on it?
It does, as a matter of fact, and mark 'em all.
Does your trap have the cat's name on it?
The cat don't have a name. It's a wild animal.
Did you ask
Wait.
it?
Well, I haven't.
But if it's wild, then it can't be yours.
It's this foolish logic. Y'all never been hunting before? It's how it works.
No. I don't murder without consent.
That feels not correct somehow. But
No, my dad was consensually murdered.
that feels even weirder. Look,
I'm just gonna look at Guy and be like, get it.
the other hunter who is not having this little jovial repartee with you guys lifts his crossbow and takes a step in front of the other hunter, now just straight at the chest of Trunk, in accidental damage range of this poor chicken, who's also like it's kind of aimed at in proxy, and he goes, "Look, I don't care what y'all think you're doing.
Oh my god, you're aiming it wrong! I want to smack it out of his hand just immediately.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll some hands for me. Throw hands.
Yeah. I will throw hands.
Throw hands.
That is successful.
Okay. So you just fucking bap this crossbow out of his hands, and it clatters to
You
the
were gonna
ground.
hurt the chicken!
It clatters to the ground, and you see the crossbow fire as it hits the ground, and a bolt whizzes off into the distance and sticks into the side of a tree. And he goes, "Now look what you made me do." All right,
It's not
Take
my
it.
fault that you fired off early.
Also, just take it out of the tree. Use your muscles.
He looks at you, and in that same motion, he goes, "Yeah, I'm a little fed up with this. Y'all still aren't understanding, so I'm happy to use my muscles." And he's just gonna, like, full haymaker right at Guy and just try to knock him at cold. I'm unclear. We're gonna actually make a real quick break here. Max, your rules are... I don't really get to... I don't know how attacking functions on the GM side of the table.
Yeah. The general idea currently is that, like, if Keegan, if you want to, like, do something in response to protect yourself, you would, like, roll to defend.
Okay, cool, that makes sense.
Would be the...
Got
there
it.
are currently no GM roles other than, like, generating fun things.
Well, and that's kind of what I thought. I wasn't sure, but...
Yeah.
How are you responding to this, Guy?
No GM rolls?
I just want to, like...
Dude, there's so many
catch his
games
hand,
like
does it?
that. They're so good. I'm such a fan of not having to carry around dice.
Oh.
Yeah, I just wanna like catch his hand as it comes my way.
Okay. Yeah, roll some more hands for me then.
I will, and I'd like to use my skill rock hard. Because I have very hard hands from years of working in the field.
Okay. Understandably so.
What's
I'm trying to
I
get
didn't
under
ask this, but what's big about everybody? Because I feel like this will help in me just envisioning what's your big body part?
These hands.
Because I was like, somebody's got big hands, I know, and if it was
It's
you,
me. It's... Oh, man. When I rolled that, I got real sad because I have tiny hands for someone of my stature. I was like, I feel called out by this sheet of paper.
The thing that...
Oh, you go.
No, you're fine.
I have a big presence.
That's understandable.
It's kind of...
I have big hair, but you wouldn't know because I keep a hat on.
about you,
Wonderful, thank
Trunk?
you. I wanted to know if you had big hands because I was also just envisioning like a tiny.
No, I have very tiny hands, in fact.
Great.
Trunk, I need to know what your big body part is too.
I have big feet.
All right.
Just like the cat.
They're also hooves, so I guess I have big hooves.
That's fair.
Oh, right.
You know what they say about big hooves?
Big
Difficult to find
horns.
horseshoes. I've been undone.
Fair point. Guy, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 11. I was rolling under a 17, so we're good.
Impressive. All right. Yeah, so this guy thinks he's got you made, and you just full. Yeah, I mean, tiny hands. So you just kind of stop the
Yeah.
fist. But the secondary hunter who started the conversation, seeing this altercation start to break out, is going to turn that crossbow to. We're gonna make that Kate, actually. I think Kate is helping.
This isn't
instigate
very
this.
nice.
I would like to interrupt and be like, bro, just hear us out for a second. And I would like to use the move that I made up. Talk it out, bro.
Okay, make me a lips check.
It's
Plus
just-
1 for talk it out, bro.
I rolled a 2.
Very
I went
nice.
from a 1 to a
You
2.
guys are
I'm going
incredibly
up, but
competent
very slowly.
himbos.
We are doing our best.
All right, so he was really ready to pull that trigger, but the individual whose fist you are holding, you can feel the tension in his wrist relax a little bit, and
Just calm down,
the
man.
individual with the crossbow lowers it a little bit, and he's like, "Honestly, we're not looking for trouble. We're out here hunting.
I mean,
this is how
you did
this
just
works.
try to kill us.
You're trying to take. This is how we make money, friend."
Oh, wait. We just got given some money, so how about I give you that, because I don't really need it, and then you don't have to kill the wild creature who has nothing but love in its heart, as I imagine Bobcat hisses at me.
This is entirely unrelated to anything, but that was such a nice phrasing of stuff. I'm just gonna give it to you. That was delightful. He looks at you and
Hell
he
yeah.
thinks for a second. He goes, "Put your arm down, Phil. They've got a point. We don't need to fight out here." Yeah. How much coin do you have on you?
I don't know. I just took the bag. She gave it to me. Doesn't matter. It's all yours. And I toss him the bag.
Okay.
Coin purse.
So he takes the purse of coin and opens it up and looks at it and he goes, "Those are some high value coins in there. Yeah, that should just about cover the cost of the cat and a new trap. Appreciate it. He kind of awkwardly stumbles down to the trap, like trying to avoid the cat who's just pissed as hell.
Oh wait. Did you want to get your arrow out of the tree?
No, I got a bunch more at home, and stretches open the cat trap, and the cat goes to just barrel off into the distance, wanting nothing to do with the situation.
Wait, do you like cream?
Wait, come back, cat. We weren't done with you.
No. We gotta let it be free.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
what if it wasn't wild? What if
God.
that's her cat?
No, because her cat is all black. And that was decidedly not that. We gotta let that pussy run free.
Okay.
Run wild.
I just like do a couple like quacks after it. I say goodbye in chicken.
Did you say you quacked after him in chicken?
I did, and then I
It's a
realized
weird-
that's not what chickens do.
Weird
It's
chicken
fine.
dialect, but it still works.
Beautiful.
We got more raiders coming
Chunk.
through.
It's beautiful.
Hello to everybody.
This is our third raid.
This is-
Hello.
Yes, and I'm going to preface it before we go forward, since you're just showing up. This is an 18+ stream at this point. We are getting wild into some of the phrasings that are going on. So if that's, but that being said, the cat has rushed off, seeming to not particularly notice you, and these two hunters collect their hunting trap, as well as kind of pick up the crossbow off the ground, and one of them slings the trap over their shoulder, and they're like, "Well, we'll be on our way. Sorry to trouble you. Interesting folk out here, but Take care. And as they walk off, you can kind of hear him just chatting, totally idle. Some of the conversation is just related to the situation that just happened. But you do... Everybody roll a d6 for me.
1.
6.
Okay,
Oh,
Guy, you hear this.
Oh yeah.
But you
I'm
could...
so good at hearing.
Yeah. You can hear them off in the distance as they walk over, and one of them kind of pats the other on the back, and he's like, "Look, it's fine. We got the coin from it. Plus, we already caught a bigger cat today, so it's not a big deal." And they keep going. And this was a little bit at a distance, so I don't know if you can do with that information what you will.
I mean, it doesn't sound particularly relevant to what we're trying to do right now, so I'm going to ignore it.
Okay, sounds good.
So
While we're doing this, I've realized that Cookie is at risk, and so I'm going to fashion a small little back harness out of my one piece of rope, so that I don't have to carry Cookie about.
Okay,
Just be like, stay safe.
sounds
Cookie.
good.
Thicken backpack.
Chicken backpack.
That is super
you
wholesome.
think they're gonna want that crossbow bolt back, right?
Yeah, I think I know he said he had a bunch at home, but like sometimes people say things.
Should we like bring it back to him?
Yes. Oh, that'd be good. Because then he might know where the big cat is. Because they're all like hunting types.
You know, he did just say something about having a big cat too. So if you found that cat and you found this cat, maybe you can help us find our cat.
Why does everybody around here have big cats?
Asking the real
Yeah,
questions.
What's wrong
What a
with
good
moderately sized
question.
cats?
Yeah, where did all the cat? Why? What are they? Do you think they're feeding the cats protein?
I think it's the heavy
Yo.
whipping cream.
It's the cream. And I'm just gonna stare at the cream.
No,
just
no,
gonna-
no, bro.
No, Kate, no.
Which Kate has just been shaking most of this way, if I recall.
I'm
Got
just
it.
gonna scoop a handful of cream.
No,
Just
no.
as it's getting closer to your mouth, just yoink.
No, bro. I just shook that.
Am
I
I
shook
bigger?
it too, man.
You're not gonna be a minotaur. You're gonna be Maxitor, and they're all gonna look tiny next to you. And oh my gosh, you're gonna ruin the whole vibe of the group.
Bro, you gotta work on this. This vision you have of yourself. We can't be worried about him getting bigger. Just us getting bigger.
It's really beautiful, Kate.
Thank you.
Gotta internalize the birth
Internalize.
for
Big.
external gains.
Yep.
Big on the inside.
But also Maxitor for Max.
It's a Maxitor,
What?
not a Minotaur.
All right.
New persona incoming.
Oh, God. So, I have a question in regards to returning this crossbow bolt. Are you trying to catch up with them, or are you just kind of sauntering behind, like, just knowing where they are in eyesight?
We have to climb up the tree first, so we're gonna have to do that before we.
I imagine it's a saunter of distraction as we fight over the jar of cream.
Nah, I gotta get that crossbow bolt. That's some sick high jump
Excellent.
climbing action.
I'll hold you up.
Yeah, here, yeah, support me. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a hay
you good?
bale. Like a bulky hay bale.
Like a hay bale.
You could toss them like a caber toss.
I'm gonna run, and then you're gonna lift me up like Dirty Dancing kind of thing, and then just one go.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
go. One take.
Got this.
Someone filming?
Got it.
Guy,
Okay,
this
go, go, go.
is... Alright, so I need...
This is a hand roll from me and a thigh roll from Arestes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna guess. You're welcome to say.
I was
I'm
going to say,
wrong
if you're
you
doing
want.
the lift
Yeah.
and the throw, you would be a thigh roll, but...
I could do the lift and the throw because I'm kind of fucking shredded. That's a brag, but I have like a 12th thigh.
Ooh. Is there like a help action?
Well, I'm going to... These are going to do two different things.
As we all turn to face Max.
I also have a skill for sculpting the masterpiece where I've perfected my body in such a way to be completely aerodynamic and muscular.
Okay, so you're definitely
no.
being thrown then.
We're throwing you.
Yeah, you're flying.
Keegan, I need a thighs roll. Turk, I will let you actually make the decision as to what you're rolling to get up and grab the crossbow bolt. I don't know if that's going to be another thighs on your part or if you're going hands there.
Clap it between your thighs.
Well, it says literally. Ooh, there you go. Just get up there
Bring
and
the thunder.
spin and just clasp it in the thunder thighs and remove it in one.
Thunder, bring the thunder.
Squat horizontally on the tree using the crossbow bolt as a clench and just.
Yes. I am
You
filming this
have-
whole thing.
It has to end in a flip. There has to be a flip in there somewhere.
Well, yeah, he's gonna toss me up like straight, and then I'm gonna flip, grab, clench, pop back out, and then flip down so he can catch me again. Be majestic.
Oh.
Fuck.
This is gonna be like some cheer stuff.
It's going to be fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Let's get some rolls.
Hell yeah.
See how successful this is.
Gonna be like some cheer stuff.
Well, I rolled a 10 against a 16, so I'm good.
I have a 6 against 12.
Very nice. Goes off like clockwork, and you just witnessed some cheer stuff as Arestes is hurled into the air with his perfectly aerodynamic body, collecting the crossbow bolt, doing a flip, and landing just as majestically back to the ground.
And it is going on Instagram.
Ye old Instagram.
Oh no, we
old
have iPhones.
Instagram.
It's like the full iPhones here, but people still use carts and horses. Like,
Great,
what
It's like when you go to Florida and the Amish are driving like sports cars.
but
Just like,
it's that,
what-
but
what's
backwards. It's
Yeah, yeah.
Apple snobs riding Clydesdales.
Mhm.
Okay, the crossbow bolt has been collected, and you all start making your way in the direction that these two hunters had traveled. At this point, well out of eyesight, but probably not too terrible to catch up with if that's your decision, or you can just have a nice walk through the woods to get there. But we will continue with that here in just a moment. We're going to take a quick intermission, 5-10 minutes, and then we will be back here shortly to round out Himbos of Myth and Mettle and then have a conversation about it. We'll see. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Top Shelf. We are playing Himbos of Myth and Mettle. If you joined us during the break, which, based on viewer count, I don't think so. But hey, welcome back to everybody who's still watching. We are in the process of making our trek to return a crossbow bolt, seemingly, to a group of hunters who had given our 4 Himbos some trouble briefly, but it ended in a nice exchange. As you travel through the woods, are you trying to catch up with them, or are you just going?
I mean, we also gotta be on the lookout for our own cat. So we should probably, just double task.
Going, but while wafting the cream, and occasionally, just for the gaze.
Eat all the cream.
I'm not eating all of it. I'm just.
You're like dipping your finger in a whole bunch.
Kate, make a lips check
It was
for me.
like.
Oh no.
Lips check. Excellent. That's what
As
I'm
long as
best
it's not
at.
me.
Lips check. What do we roll? D20. Here we go. We're gonna roll this dice today 'cause it's been shit.
It wasn't shit, was it?
Not 20. I just feel it.
So I rolled an 18. I have 11 lips with a window of error of 3.
Okay, so that is a
So I think that comes to a failure.
That is a full failure, and by the time is much to your defense, as you try to tell everybody you're not going to consume all of the cream along the way. By the time you reach the hunters, you guys are out of cream.
Oh my god, Kate, did you eat all of that old lady's cream?
No,
Did you cream yourself?
I didn't cream
Right here in the
myself.
woods?
Not here.
You got cream on your face. It looks like you
It's-
creamed yourself.
I gave some to Cookie too. All right, Cookie looked like they wanted some.
You gave cream to Cookie? Creamed
Peas
cookie?
and cream. It's a thing, bro. It's the name of the protein that I've got at home. Or the flavor, not the name.
You know what? I was gonna be mad at you, but if Cookie ate it, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
That makes it all right. She's gonna be a big cock now.
You
It's not how you just
Sorry.
not how it works.
you finish this conversation.
You creamed the cock?
As you guys finish this conversation, you arrive at this small log hunter's lodge, no bigger than like a large, maybe 2-room cabin, with a small like shed next to it. And then a small fence around it. Not much. It's still in the woods. There's a stream running aside it, and it's in a little bit of a clearing. At this point, it's about 5 in the evening ish. Just the amount of time you guys have spent in the woods. But you arrive. The door is closed. The hunters are nowhere to be found. But probably inside as the lights are on, or you can see light from inside. I haven't decided if it's light bulbs or candles yet, but we'll get there.
It's a few of each.
They like the ambiance of the candles and lavender scented things, but they really need the halogens to get around.
Yeah.
We're in the woods. The power goes out. There's no one fast wind.
That's also true.
And we hear a cat with the wafting of a mostly empty jar of cream.
With the wafting of an empty jar of cream.
Mostly empty. Come on.
Wait. Open your mouth.
I open my mouth.
I
And I
waft
burp.
out. Yeah, I waft out the burp.
I saw where you were going with this, and I
Yeah,
just yelled.
big, creamy burp.
Orestes.
I go up behind Kate and I start doing like an awkward pseudo Heimlich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just pick Kate up and kind of like bring her around like
Yeah.
like a puffer.
Man, if we weren't drawing attention to ourselves before.
Nah, it's fine.
Trunk.
What do you need?
No, I'm
what's
going to
up?
make Trunk roll it, because this feels like the instigator to the situation. I need you to roll breast for me.
Okay, as long as it's not lips.
No, you're full Heimlich. You're giving big bear hug.
It's an epic failure.
Okay.
It's very bad.
What ends up leaving you is one of the more impressive burps you have ever heard. But the smell just doesn't seem to carry. The noise does, though. And you can hear footsteps from inside the cabin as one of the hunters opens the door. The skinnier fella who tried to punch Guy. And he looks out and sees the 4 of you, and he goes, "Well, now I thought we went our separate ways. You want to tell me what you're doing on the property?"
Oh, yeah. So, like, I threw Arestes in the air, and then he squatted, right? So he's in the air, and he spun, and then he squatted. And we got your arrow back.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I know you said you had some at home, but, like, sometimes people say things, and they aren't true.
Yeah, no, you just, you can leave it on the doorstep, but, hey, what are you doing in the woods anyway?
Oh, we're looking for our cat. Well, it's not our cat, right? So it's this old lady's pussy we're looking for.
It's really big.
Right, you wandered out all this way just
Or
to...
it's just got really big feet. We don't know. It could be a very small in stature.
Yeah, it could be a very small pussy with very big paws.
Uh-huh. Alright, hey, Bruno, would you go check on, come out here, bring your crossbow, just hang out, and
Oh, yeah.
Oh right, because you gotta make sure.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta put the
Yeah,
bolt
yeah.
Make
back
sure
in,
the
see if
boat
it
goes
works.
in. Yeah.
which seems
I'll load it if
confusing
you want.
because Phil is the one who walks up to you and takes the crossbow bolt, and it's just kind of standing there with a weird eye, just like, thanks.
Yeah, because you gotta help your bros.
Question for you. do you have a mammal that we can milk to get cream? Cookie.
Any mammal.
The chicken.
Any mammal is fine.
Just went to town while we were walking over
you-
here. And
Yeah, sorry, our cock's all creamed up.
You were a weird bunch.
Thank
No,
you.
we've gotten that a few
Yeah,
times
no.
before.
Thanks, man.
Do you know how milking works? Because, like, I'm a mammal, but you can't milk me.
Have we
you
tried?
Pretty sure we could.
And chuckling in the background now, Bruno goes, "Oh, they have a point. You've never tried." You say, "Haven't? Fuck would you know? Shut up." He kind of gives you a glare and grabs the crossbow bolt and starts walking back. He's like, "Y'all
But
should."
also, you're a human, and humans are humans.
Yeah,
not
if you were a
mammals.
mammal, you wouldn't be a human.
Yeah.
Y'all should head home before you get lost in the dark. And Phil walks inside and closes the door. Bruno, the individual who's got the crossbow, is kind of doing a sidestep, kind of around you guys so that he's putting himself between you and the shed, having overheard the conversation. But he's not saying much. He's just kind of nodding in agreement and giving you the side nod to get out of here.
So,
Bruno, are you sure you loaded that? Let me just double check that you loaded that bolt right. I want to make sure it didn't get like messed up in the tree.
Or in the thighs. Also,
Or in the thighs.
my brother,
They're very
quick
strong
question.
thighs.
I may have consumed a lot of dairy at some point today. And protein. Do you have a toilet I can use?
Outhouse out back, and he gestures behind the shed.
Most excellent. Pretend you don't hear anything for the next 27 minutes.
Yeah.
Or less.
I'll sing again.
Yeah, thanks. That was so great the last time.
while that's going on, can I quickly use a skill just to understand the situation? My skill, Mr. Worldwide, where I can understand all peoples.
You absolutely may. Is that a lips?
I'm gonna try to lips and
Mr.
just kind of like
Worldwide!
Mr. Worldwide, just understand what's going on, you know. So that's gonna be 14 on my lips, I guess, with 11 with Mr. Worldwide, but that's within
Within the margin
Mr.
of error.
Worldwide!
within the margin of error.
Okay, so you get the vibe that this guy does not want you on the property in a hostile way. You still can't figure out why, but he seems he does not seem to be friendly to you, even though you guys had a nice exchange, and that is creating dissonance in your brain.
Hey, Trunk, I don't think this guy wants us around.
But we're so fun.
I thought so too, but he's really, I don't want to call him any bad words, but I think he might be approaching party pooper levels.
Maybe he's having bad feelings. Maybe we can help.
Oh, dude, yes.
Kate, while this is going on, you have found your way to...
Shitting.
Yeah, well, okay. All right, let's call it what it is. Hey, Kate, while you're
I'm taking
while
a
you're
shit.
shitting,
Yeah, that's what's happening. Yes.
this outhouse is back to back with the shed. It sits on the back wall of the shed, and much like a child kicking the back of your seat, the wall keeps getting slapped while you are shitting, and you can hear clawing on the back
I'm
of
sorry, it's
the
the
you hear
protein.
clawing on the back of the outhouse.
It's the cream.
It's
The other thing you can hear is, of course, Guy singing Just a Friend by Bismarck. Just
Clap
as
along.
loud as possible.
Hey, Guy, did you bring an extra roll? I might need it.
No, but I bet they have one in the shed. I'm just going to go look
Yeah,
for it.
it's
Yeah.
the guy who's already in front of the... Sorry, I can't keep using guy. Bruno, standing in front of the shed, will directly put himself in front of you as soon as you start making anywhere towards...
I'm just getting the toilet
Like,
paper,
there's
man. It's no
toilet
big
paper in
deal.
the shed. And leave the shed
Hey.
alone.
Did you look?
Hey,
I'm just going to
Bruno.
look. It's fine.
Bruno. I'm detecting a lot of like anger. I don't know. I don't want to freak you out. I'm kind of like an empath, and I'm like picking up that you're like being a bit aggressive to us and maybe some other people in your life. And like, I was wondering if maybe you want to talk about that for a second, because like, hey, we all get angry. We all get a little like skeeved off sometimes. I mean, like, not a lot of people talking to Bruno right now. Talking about you, you know, talking bad about you, maybe.
Look,
You want to talk about it?
go ahead and roll a lips check. As this guy's like, look, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I have no problems. I'm fine. I'm just not wary with strangers on my property.
I also have undeniable presence as my special ability, so I do have advantage to pull attention, which I'm attempting to do right now, while also seriously diagnosing my good friend Bruno, which is really convenient because the first roll is an 18, the second one's a 9 for my lips of 10. So
he starts rambling out these denial and defensive phrases and things, and as he goes, they become almost more desperate. As he's like, look, I don't have problems. I'm just
Going for the hug, Arestes.
I just hold my arms right open, and I'm just.
And he, like, the crossbow has lowered at this point.
Bring it in.
Guy, are you moving around him at this moment? Like.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as this happened, I walked into the shed. I'm just looking for toilet paper.
Okay. The shed is locked, but you have a minute to figure out what you're doing about that. As Bruno goes and, yeah, just crossbow at his side, like, gives you a big hug. And he's like, look, I'm
Nestle in to my chesticles.
really fucking alone out here, man. This is a shitty
What
life.
about Phil? Whoa. What about
Phil
Phil?
doesn't care about me. He just cares about the money.
Oh,
He's never been here for
dude,
me.
you talk about him with that? You talk to him about
Don't
that
you
kind
see
of
the
thing?
way that
That
he
sounds
talked
mad
to me,
disrespectful.
just telling me to come out here like he's the boss and he can tell me what to do? I thought this
You-
was a mutual relationship.
Oh, you gotta protect yourself, man.
I don't have any boundaries. Really bad at those.
Oh. Look. Hey, guy. Hey, Trunk, come on, get on this hub.
Yeah, I definitely
yeah.
like see. I'm gonna come in on the other
Okay.
side, so it's a nice little hug squish.
Okay.
We're all hugging this crying man while Kate just shits as loud as possible.
Just stop banging on the wall. It's bad enough.
Oh, look, man, she really needs some toilet paper. It's not going well.
He just kind of.
I don't know if you could tell because I was
You honestly
singing,
can't even
but-
see him at this point because, like.
I'm just speaking down towards where I believe he should be,
Did
which
you
is somewhere
walk
between
back
the three of
over
us.
to give him a hug too?
Yeah, of course. He said guy. I assumed I was being called.
I was called.
Okay, all right. So you came over and all three of you are hugging it out as he's just like at this point just like tears down his face. This is like a late 30s like stubbled, not great looking dude. He's real tired. Probably the only thing he's done for work in the last little while, and this is the first hug he's had in probably a goddamn decade, and he is just reveling in it. And
Also, I don't know about y'all, but like Trunk is for sure the kind of built that has like a good few layers of fat. Like not rock solid would be a
Yeah.
good like, you know, has to be
Nice,
good.
thick, and
pillow.
warm.
As we know, I am rock hard.
Yeah, we got firmness and plushness. It's very important.
Great.
I would like
so
to,
Bruno's,
for chat, I would like them all to
Tempur-Pedic
know
hug.
I'm juicy.
Yeah.
So it's a mix.
I feel like in this moment, like Bruno is just getting pushed into. I'm
Slowly
gonna
absorbing
engulf
him.
it. Not in a bore way.
Okay,
It's a
fair.
different game.
It's good to make the call.
But I mean, maybe he's really into consensual murder.
He's
That's how your father died?
That's how my father
During
died.
the hug, Bruno's like, "Look, I lied about you. Can go get the toilet paper from the shed from your friend. Just make it quick and don't."
Oh yeah, do you have the key for the shed?
Here.
It was like
just-
locked.
He kind of has to scramble to get to his pocket from the big bear hug, but he does get it to you.
Cool.
And he's like, just be careful not to let the cat out when you go in there. And
Oh
he,
yeah, of course.
like continues.
I'll keep
like,
that pussy on lock.
sobbing through the hug in this big emotional moment.
That was beautiful. I'll never make another joke that good.
And you make it to the shed. You unlock it. Are you just kind of, I imagine, just kind of skirting through the door to keep the cat in?
Yeah, I've grown up on a farm. I get keeping the animals in the pen.
So you make it into the shed. There is one problem with your plan. This cat probably should not be in this shed, and it is excitable to get out because all of the toilet paper has been unrolled and shredded. However, what you notice...
Kate, bad news!
What do you mean, bad news?
Toilet paper's fucked.
Just grab some, make it,
But-
push it back to.
But it's also my moon cycle right now. It's real bad in here. It's a massacre.
People who know that feels so hard. There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a whole group of the world that's like, I get it, I understand.
Guy, the other thing you notice is the cat that he was talking about, as it turns to you and the door, you could see the claw marks on the back of the shed where it's like kind of trying to scramble up the wall, is a very large, black, like just jet black panther. As it looks at you and kind of bares its teeth and backs up into a corner a little bit.
Guys, I think they have a black cat too. Maybe they're friends.
They're probably related. Do they have the same name?
Oh my god, you should ask.
And I'm gonna look down at Bruno. Hey, what's your cat's name in there?
It's not. We didn't name the. I told you it's a wild animal. They don't get names. We caught it.
Oh. Well, we're just looking for.
Found that one in it.
We're looking for a big cat. Yeah.
There's at least a handful around here. I hope you find your cat. Guy, you would have had to have been shouting this in order for these guys to hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
Phil comes back out of the cabin at this point with his crossbow in tow, and he's like, "Look, I've had about enough of these people on the property. What the fuck did I say, Bruno?" And Bruno is just like,
Oh, where's
sobbing.
the toilet paper?
Still in the middle of this hug, like not responsive, like heard it and it reacted worse to it. As Phil is looking at you two, hugging Bruno, can't see the other two, and is now just like, "What the fuck is going on out here? And I will shoot if I have reason to. Why are you hugging Bruno? Get off of him!" And
Excuse me,
definitely-
sir. Oh no, go for it. Go.
No, I was gonna say, I feel like I just turn around to hide. Like I want to make sure that Bruno is put between, away from.
You just strap
well,
him
if
in
you
with
turn
strap him in
around,
with
that
Cookie.
makes sense.
Strap him in with Cookie. Just hang out with Cookie for a moment.
Slide
Sir,
him in.
You need to settle down. You are hurting Bruno's. It's a bad vibe. You need to watch how you talk to Bruno. He's going through some stuff.
Bruno's fine. He hasn't complained about anything. I've known him for years. We've been
Have
out here
you-
for a long time. He's fine.
Yeah, but have you ever opened an honest and very emotional dialogue with him as a human being to human
God,
being?
no. We are men. Why would we do that?
You just hear
Oh my
like
God, you're
the
McMan
smash of a
too?
fist in the outhouse. Stop it! Stop your toxic masculinity!
Yeah, dude, toxic masculinity kills gains. Everyone knows that.
Kills it!
Absolutely atrocious.
I genuinely
You're never gonna get big.
genuinely do not know what you are even referencing, but I tell you, why is the lock off the shed? And Phil's gonna ignore you two for a moment, doing your thing with Bruno, and he's gonna start walking towards the shed.
I'm gonna try and intercept him with a hug.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like
Just
to
kinda like-
assist.
You just as he's walking by, I'm just gonna be like, "You need a hug."
melt
Okay.
into him.
Go ahead and make a roll for me.
My brain says
Okay.
hands. Who wrote this game? What is? I failed. I failed miserably. It's my best stat, and I still
So
failed miserably.
you go to give him a hug, but you go to leave, like, embracing Bruno for even just a second, just to, like, kind of swing wide. And he's like, no, I can't. Please, don't go yet. I'm not done. You give really nice hugs. It just, like,
Fine.
keeps you fucking, like, in the bear hug.
Fine.
Guy, what are you doing right now?
I'm still looking for toilet paper. The cat couldn't have gotten to all of it. And look, it's real bad for Kate right now. There's the moon cycles and the dairy.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of this,
Dairy
Can't do it.
and the protein, like, we are in a trifecta of bad news.
if
Bad news trifecta.
Bad news.
bad news
Moon
trifecta, that's its
cycle,
own t-shirt.
Protein. Cream.
By your
Bad
powers
news,
combined, I'll be ruined for days.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, so you do manage to find a single roll of toilet paper that has rolled underneath, like, or like behind one of the shelves where the cat's paws couldn't
Oh,
reach
hell
it.
yeah.
And as you are bending over to grab that toilet paper, you can hear the door behind you open. And he goes, "What the fuck are you doing in the shed?" As you stand back up.
Oh, I found the toilet paper.
Great, get the hell out.
Okay, I was just here for toilet paper. I don't get what you all have to do with your fucking sheds.
And he kind of just, like, real close to you with the crossbow as he watches you leave the shed, as he walks behind you, and you can see him relock the door.
Have you named your cat yet?
No, we just got the cat.
Oh, it's born today? You didn't tell us it was the cat's
God,
birthday?
you are a dumbass. No, I caught it today. You watched us catch a bobcat.
Excuse me, from
Never
inside the
said-
outhouse. What did you call my friend?
Punch
And I'm
through the
gonna
wall.
just start shimmying in the outhouse, trying to rid
No, wait.
my butthole of what's going on.
You've become a horror. This is all of a sudden a horror game.
Just elbow through the wall.
Excuse me.
I
I'm
will
just
get
gonna
back
open
to
the
you.
door.
I have to get my
Squat
friends.
Just imagining it's The
Toilet
Shining,
paper.
and you just, like, put a fist through one of the planks, and then you can just, like, lean your face
No,
out.
no. The planks are all still there. I just elbow it real hard to make a sound, and then I open the door and keep my decency by leaving my anus within the outhouse.
Oh no, we brought
Who?
up the anus.
Did you call a dumbass?
Oh, I got your toilet paper.
Thanks. I'm gonna grab that and start wiping while just staring into his eyes. Just
You know
fucking
what?
rage. You don't call my friend
I'm gonna ask
stupid.
another lips check from you, but we're gonna use this one
Yeah.
for intimidation.
Perfect. Oh god,
This
hold
is
on.
not what I expected this game to be like.
Fucking 3!
Yes.
Whoa!
This guy is so... Okay, for let's recap. This guy walks outside of his cabin, sees a minotaur and a Yolt smoothie bro giving his partner a big old bear hug, while somebody is rifling through his shed with a big fucking cat in it, and somebody else using his outhouse without his permission, who is now staring him down with malicious intent. And he is just stunned at this point. Like, he's not moving. He's like, you can see his shoulders relax because he's not really aiming anymore either. He's like, he's literally in a state of shock over how weird this day is right now, and he's just kind of unmoving at the moment.
Right. I would like to wipe my ass aggressively, get this poop off of it, and walk up to him.
Okay, you approach Phil.
Excuse me. What did you say about my friend's intellect?
I called him.
Big flexing.
He kind of steadies himself. Just like, I called him a dumbass because he
think that's a compliment.
I genuinely can't remember why he called him a dumbass. That was all such a whirlwind. I called him a dumbass for insert reason that happened like 5 minutes ago. And I stand by it. Y'all
I
are a
think
little
you just meant
dense.
it's like- No. I thought it was just because my
Yeah,
ass
we
is like
are.
so big it's dumb.
Oh. Oh, sorry. Is that what you meant? That he's real thick? Got junk in the
Would you
trunk?
prefer me mean that?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
Then yes, that is exactly what I meant.
Thanks. I
Also-
don't skip leg day.
We don't skip leg day. But if you could get a
Literally
bidet
just-
installed in your outhouse, that would be rad. Way less wasteful of paper products, and I have like half a roll of toilet paper of the fresh roll.
Look, we don't really have running pipelines of water out here, so it's not really an option for us.
Find a water elemental.
Hey,
Those are expensive.
Walking
nowadays.
is
I mean,
also
we can
fine.
finance something like that.
all right. All
Bear
cardio is
traps don't work
important.
for water elementals. You ever tried it? It sucks.
You should use a suck trap. That makes sense.
You mean like a ghost trap? Nah. Nah, I don't believe in
Right.
those. Those are
Or
Now,
you
hear
could
me out.
just ask it.
Hear me
Just
out.
Ask
What
it.
is with
Yeah, hear
everybody
me
in
out. Yeah, what if
communication
you-
here?
Communication is key.
It's
Communication
key! And then I'm
wins
gonna just pull out a
championships.
key and hold it.
To
Key to what?
He has a little
Oh,
tag that says communication on it.
Hey, there's
Communication
Back in
is
my
Hey, there's
key.
more
row.
Raiders. Welcome in. We're playing a very wild game of Himbos of Myth and Metal. This is an 18-plus stream, so just as a forewarning to everybody, I just feel like it's necessary this time.
Yeah, yep.
But other than that, hello. We're having a great time. So, you kind of accost him with this positivity and conversations about communications. It's like, look, at this point, I don't care why y'all are here. If you had to stop to go to the bathroom and then whatever happened, I don't know why you had to go get the toilet paper and fucking Bruno couldn't do it, but like, Jesus, can you all
Bruno needed a
please-
hug.
Hey, you have to watch how you speak to Bruno.
Bruno's kind of cried out at
Not
this
very
point.
bro right now.
His grip is loosened, and he's just like, you tell him. He's never been nice to me.
I feel like he's now like under a armpit.
Yeah.
Like he's
He's gonna.
Where
emerged a little.
We're gonna have to get another rope to tie
Yeah, I
Bruno
was-
to you next.
where Cookie was, but
Bruno and the chicken. Just buy them.
and he's like, I'm sorry. All right, I don't know what y'all seem like city folk, and that's not us out here. But if you wanna, if you could kindly be on your way, it would really just make things easier here.
I just want to know your cat's name. You still haven't told me.
Hey, you gotta name your cat.
I'm
Do you want us to help you
I'm
name
telling
it?
you,
We could all go look at it together, and then we could like group think.
I mean, we
have
really
a
do.
bro sesh about
It's
it.
just like a really big black cat.
would it make you feel better, and would you leave if you could name the cat?
Yeah, but we have to get to know it first.
All right.
Yeah, hold on, I'll talk to it.
All right. How about, I will go open the shed door. Y'all can step in and name the cat. When you're done, I'll let you out. You can tell us the name. I'll thank you for it. We can shake hands and be on your way.
Oh, no, but there's one thing we do need to ask you about, because we're also looking for a large black cat who likes fish and whipped cream. And we could use your help
Well, I don't have any
getting that
I don't
sorted.
have any whipped cream. Sometimes there's fish in the stream, but they're pretty small.
Do you have any mammals?
Other than the cat, no, not currently.
No,
Do
I
you
said
have
mammals.
Just cream, I can whip it.
You mean like half and half?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that'll
can,
work.
I can whip all of your cream, sir.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of half and half. I don't know if you can whip all my cream, but you can. I'll go get some.
Oh. No, we'll
Whip
do
all your cream.
we'll do it together.
Start
The
doing
challenge.
stretches. While he go gets the cream.
Yeah, why don't you go get the cream? We'll check out the pussy, and then we'll bring them
Bruno
together.
kind of like
will cream your
has
pussy.
his constitution's back together, and he looks at the four of you. He's like, I can open the shed for y'all and hang out while Phil goes get.
Oh, I still have the key. No worries.
There's a straight like a glare from Phil as he's still walking to go get the cream, and he's like, it's. Walks inside. Bruno follows you over to the sheds. The four of you can go say hi. Phil returns with a like milk cartons worth of, or like one of those glass milk jugs full of half and half.
Oh, perfect. You ready, you two?
Ready. Shake off in 3, 2. Oh God, you guys cheated! You cheated!
Not cheating. It's using your advantage.
Bruno looks at Trunk while all of this is happening. He's like, we could have grabbed 3 cartons if they all wanted to like shake it together, but I wasn't. Did they normally do this?
They're just, yeah, that's their thing.
Okay.
Kinda.
Shake it in one hand. Take a swig of my jalapeno protein shake in the other.
Mm-hmm. The spice is important. It keeps you drinking faster.
Wait, this is for me, Mads. Is that an actual thing?
No. God,
Okay.
I hope not.
I was really
It has
concerned.
to be.
There is a juice drink near me where you can get jalapeno in it.
If my protein shake doesn't taste like a pumpkin spice latte, I'm out.
Fair enough.
The Green Monster is legitimately a protein
Ew.
juice smoothie near me, and it's amazing.
Nope.
This one?
You're not allowed.
Different,
Oh, okay.
I will.
but
Bottoms up, the devil laughs. Every time.
Return to my professionalism. Okay, so you.
Yeah, we've been so
up.
professional
Yeah.
here.
okay, wait, back to it, everybody.
back to the game.
Let me get a hand on
I'm
the shit.
definitely like counting. Like I have my little stopwatch out, and so I'm for sure playing referee. This is my job. I feel like you guys
Make
do
eye
this
contact
often.
while you do it. You gotta make eye contact while you do it. It's teamwork right there.
All right, this is a team roll. Everybody roll hands for me. That's how.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Got big
see how
hands.
good y'all with your hands.
Does that do anything for my hands? Also, you guys, my forearms.
You know what? You do have big. You did designate you had big hands. I'll give you the +1 for that. That is using a tool in this scenario, very specifically.
I have a Constitution skill, which I have named Chug Chug Chug, which is in my brain, constantly playing as I do a repetitive task over and over again. Would that apply to the situation?
Yep. Yeah. That would weirdly apply. Yes, I'll take it.
Yeah, a run and train on this cream. Perfect.
Yeah, buddy.
That was
Got a 5 against a 16.
Yeah.
Is that 3 successes?
Ooh, you've got
4
hands.
for a 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I have very small hands, but I have a very big hand stat.
In no time at all, this half and half is no longer half and half. Although
It's full and full.
I can't think on that one too long. It's hurting me. While this is all going on, the shed is opened and you are taken inside, where you now have some cream, and immediately as the four of you enter, the cat walks up to Trunk and keeps trying to get around you, and is like trying to paw. He keeps basically like slapping the back of your thighs, like trying to paw up towards Cookie.
Oh, what? Why? I'm gonna speak in chicken. I'm just gonna speak in chicken to the cat in an attempt to understand why it wants to go
Okay,
for Cookie.
roll lips for me, because you have a bird talking skill.
Here.
I believe in you.
I get lips of 2. So I'm just barking at it now, I guess. Just a bark. And as I attempt to keep Cookie away
Okay,
or
so
safe.
you're playing keep away with this chicken, as the cat keeps
Yeah, you have to
circling.
keep the cock away from the pussy. We're following, Mads.
Oh, God, that is what I said. Okay.
unless it looks like it's,
No,
Then
they're
you
not.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, unless consent. Then yes.
No,
Otherwise,
the chicken is not consenting to this.
Cookie.
The chicken is freaking out. What is everybody else?
Okay, you guys, you talk to the cat. I'm gonna take Cookie outside. This is not a wholesome environment. It's not a healthy and nice environment for Cookie.
Can you ask Cookie how he's feeling about this?
I am picking up how Cookie's, but we're mind, the kinetic, whatever. You know.
Sure.
All right. Let me have a chat with the aggressive pussy over here. And I'm gonna kneel down. Hey. Can we like chat for a second? Because you're being like super aggressive and throwing a lot of people off right now. Like, you can't just be climbing on to like Trunk over there and like trying to get at his cock. Like, it's just really rude.
It's a chicken, but thank you. I appreciate the sentiment.
Sorry. Yeah. Also, you can't get at his chicken.
You've got the undeniable presence I will allow to apply to this. Go ahead and make a lips roll for me.
Okay. Could I also apply Mr. Worldwide? Because cats are tiny people.
That's our
By
tiny
himbo
people.
logic, I will allow that too.
Hell fucking yeah, that dice is going down here.
The idea of trying to
Tiny.
logic, just try and use your skills when they're logical.
It's an 8 for the 12.
Nice. The cat relaxes a little bit and gets a little bit friendlier, a little bit more domesticated in its mannerisms to you once you've kind of gotten down to its level. And it keeps kind of trying to look past you, but it's not aggressive right now.
Hello, pussy. Would you like some cream? And I'm just gonna hold the jar of cream.
And it looks at you, and then it looks back to Arestes, and then it looks back up at you, just holding the cream, and then looks...
I turned the lid and
Oh,
walked
now
it.
it's interest. There you go. So, now it can smell the cream. It kind of turns and loses its... stops chasing cock for a second and goes towards Kate.
It's a chicken.
It's just like that.
I need everyone to know that I just had to Google what a hen was. I was like, "What's a lady cock?" I don't.
What's a lady cock? Well, that's a different question.
So, the cat walks over to you and very adamantly tries to, like, clamber up the front of you to get to the cream.
Oh, sweet baby. And I just embrace it and stick my fingers in the cream and then put it in its mouth and just kind of...
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah, and
cream
it'll
the
lick your
pussy.
fingers
Come
off,
on,
like,
Kate.
It's
I
happy to do
am.
so.
Yeah. I'm going gentle. I don't want it to engorge itself on the cream because then
Let
it might
it-
leak out.
You still got cream on your face. Let the pussy lick you.
Okay.
Get your
Just
face
gonna
all
lean
up on
in
that
And
pussy.
this cat is full house cat at this point. It is cleaning your face of any cream remnants that may still
Yes.
remain.
This is the best experience.
Afterwards,
of
the
my life.
cat has calmed down, is behaving a little bit more comfortably, doesn't seem so tense, locked up in this shed, at least to you guys, and is kind of nuzzling up against the side of your thigh and giving big purrs.
Hey, what do you think we should name this?
Hey, Arestes.
Yeah,
what
what's
did
up?
you what did she say the name of her cat was?
Oh, Maribel.
Maribel. So maybe something like that. And I would like to vibe check the cat when I say Maribel, in case this happens to be.
That's slick
the
as
cat.
fuck, actually. Go ahead and vibe check this
you.
cat.
I love having to like himbo our way into
It's-
realizing
No,
the thing all of us
I
as
cannot
players know.
vibe check this cat with a natural 20.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna. Do we
Doesn't
get
respond to
to
Maribel at all.
roll with advantage if it's one of our skills? Is that the rule?
No, you get a
No.
bonus.
Yeah, you get a
Oh,
bonus to
never
the
mind.
like ceiling of the roll.
I do not vibe check
Okay.
the cat as I'm just deep
So you're
in
talking,
it.
you're trying to call up by name
Boss in the
and
pussy.
Maribel to it, and it is not responsive to the name Maribel at all. It does not come when it's called.
Maybe Maribel's a bad name for black cats.
I don't know, but we got to figure out what will make this pussy come. What name, rather, we'll call it when this pussy comes.
We've reached the zenith, everybody.
I'm so
I
glad
thought
I was
Keegan
able
wasn't
to
going
be
to come back.
I
Disappear.
really considered just sliding away.
And
Just slithering out of my room.
just shutting down completely as a person and as like a sentient being.
Do.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
Christ.
Wait. Like, it's not Maribel. Maybe it's like other M names, like Marabella, Mariella, Mario,
Michael.
Michael, Masterson,
Midge.
Mario, Midge,
Maxitar.
Margaret.
Maxitar.
I feel like
Does
that's
it
a
respond to
good name.
Maxitar?
It does. It does. Maxitar's Poppy. The cat looks up and
Maxitar!
purrs and continues to try to nuzzle against the side of Kate to solicit more cream.
Oh, cream.
Yep.
Just.
Maybe we should all try to give a little cream to Maxitar, just so we got.
Back off, man.
You can give some to Cookie. Cookie's still freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You share.
All right, well, give me
Also,
some of your cream.
During this period, while you all are giving Maxitar some cream, as well as Cookie, Bruno walks in and kind of peeks his head through the shed and sees you all just loving up on this cat. And kind of sits for a second, and he slips inside the shed and he goes, "You know what?
We found a name for your cat.
It's Maxitar
Maxitar!
I think y'all found
with an X.
a name for your cat. I've had a change of heart about this whole business, and after being able to finally open up about myself and what I'm doing out here, I think it's time to change career paths. I don't know what Phil's gonna think about it, but I think right now I need to have a talk with him, and when I go inside, I think it would be within your guys' best interest to get your kitty and your chicken and get out of here before he gets mad about it, and I will deal with it."
Phil, we do this together. We all talk to Phil.
I need.
I could also pay for the cat. I don't have much, but if you're looking for a career change, what I do have is a great axe of frost that I use to cut down trees because it freezes the inside of the trees and causes them just to burst. So you only need one swing to cut down a whole tree, and it's a lot more effective.
Are you really offering, or?
Of course. I really love this cat, and I think that it could do a lot more than my axe could
I
for
heard
me.
I
could always get a new axe.
had a friend once who was a logger. I think that might. I could fancy that for a little while. I'll take that trade. And hey, Guy, I appreciate you offering to come in and talk to Phil with me, but I think this is something that I owe it to myself to do alone. Make it a personal conversation.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. That makes
That's
sense.
Hug before you go.
That's the growth we love to see. Big heart
We're
growth.
I would
proud of
love
you.
a hug.
Yeah.
It's in for another.
Group hug,
Wait,
and I.
Maxitar, get in on the hug.
Yeah, Maxitar's getting in on this. I'm just
I was gonna
bringing
be like,
cream
yeah, you
into
can't
the
quite
system.
tell if
Throw
it's-
some cream
Circle
on
of
Phil.
cream, circle of cream, everyone.
Let's
We're
cream
all
Phil
getting-
so Maxitar gets in.
Yes, give kisses.
There's some cream all in Phil's mouth.
Yep, cream on Phil, cream on Arestes,
Oh,
everybody.
yes.
Everyone's getting cream.
Oh yes, give me
Get
all the
some really
cream.
bad, like whitest
Creaming
kids you
on
know
everybody
energy.
today.
Um,
Yes.
High to the radio is pretty.
Okay, we're moving on. You all give a big bear hug to
Are
Bruno.
we? Can we
No,
move
we
on?
cannot. I
Can we
can
move on
pretend.
past
Have we moved on since the beginning?
I can pretend because I have to be the host and move things forward, but I appreciate and love you all. But you all give a big bear hug to Bruno, and the cat gets in on it, and Bruno has recognized the error of his own ways as well as how poorly he's been treating himself with a lack of boundaries around his business partners, and takes your axe of frost and gives you all an understanding and appreciative nod after that hug, and so you all take care of yourselves, and maybe I'll see you around sometime. And he walks inside the cabin. Oh,
I give him the gym's address before he leaves.
The Gaines, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing the four of y'all, that it's just some results that come out of that gym. I appreciate the information. He kind of gives you a look up and down real quick, and then walks inside. It's like, yeah. Door closes, and you can hear a muffled beginning of a conversation as you guys are left alone with your cat and your chicken and your friends. What are you up to?
I don't know.
With a little bit of cream, do you think we could ride this pussy?
I really fucking hope so.
You guys are worth a shot. 'Cause, I mean, like, think about it. Like, sun's getting pretty low. It's getting kind of dark out. I don't know. You know, we probably shouldn't be lost out here in the woods.
Yeah.
So we might have not been able to find Maribel, but
We found Maxitar.
we found Maxitar, and I think we really helped sort out someone onto a stronger path with their partner out here. And
we mended a heart today.
yeah, hey, you know, I think Miss Nim's got to appreciate that.
Yeah.
But maybe she'll also like, you know, meet Maxitar too. So why don't we go show her that? And also, we gotta bring back Cookie.
Wait, I thought Cookie was.
No,
on.
Cookie's ours now.
Cookie's ours now. Oh, sweet.
I like clutch Cookie, and I'm like, never.
Okay. Still, I don't know. We found like a new friend, and I don't know. I feel like Miss Dims is our friend, kind of, and maybe we should just like.
She was very sweet.
She was very sweet. So like, she also has a ton of cream.
She has so much cream.
Just so much cream from her.
She's the creamiest woman I know.
She's the cream queen.
Cream queen. Cream
Cream
queen.
queen.
Cream queen. Cream
This
queen.
chant echoes into the night as you all make your way back to the ranch of Margaret Nims. And as you arrive, sitting with a lantern in the setting sun on the porch, rocking chair, Miss Nims stands up and looks at you and looks at the cat that's on its way back and just exclaims, "Oh, you found Maribel! You sweet, sweet bunch. I knew you could do it."
Oh, no. This isn't Maribel. I'm so sorry. So they're both black cats, and I get where you might be understanding, but this is Maxitar.
No, that's not at all right.
No, we talked to
Well,
her.
how did you know it wasn't Maribel then?
Because
She
we
didn't
asked her
respond to
name was-
Maribel.
Yeah.
She responded to
I
Mexico.
told you that when I told you to go get her. She won't respond to Maribel at all. So it must be Maribel.
Hey,
Oh.
we
But
ate
I don't respond to Maribel. Does that mean I'm Maribel? Oh my god, do you think my name's Maribel, not Guy?
Maybe we're all a little Maribel on the inside.
I would never respond.
I have a better question. How do you know it's named? Or she's named
Maribel?
Maxitar.
Watch its face when you say Maxitar.
Maxitar.
Yeah. Hey, wait. Maxitar. Maxitar.
Maxitar!
Maxitar. Chill.
And cat just looks at you and kind of wiggles down. Just,
See? Totally chill.
did I misname my cat?
No, I'm telling you, we're so sorry we couldn't find Maribel, but this is Maxitar,
Our cat.
our cat.
I suppose you do have a point.
I'm just gonna rub my face against his face. And be like, oh, I love you so much. With cream.
How could I feasibly consider that my cat when it clearly loves you all so much? I do appreciate you kids all trying though. You can keep the chicken as a for your troubles.
Yeah, we gotta keep Cookie too. We made 2 new friends today.
Yes.
You
Well,
made a
hey,
bunch
hey,
of new friends today.
Three.
Four.
Four.
4.
Wait,
Maybe
5.
5.
Maybe 5.
We should
I
check.
think
on-
no one's
One's a
coming
little
around.
iffy, but 4 is definitely.
Bill's definitely gonna come later.
Yeah.
Around later. Sorry, come around later.
Yeah.
What's he gonna come around?
I don't know. Hopefully he's gonna come around on Bruno.
These two sound wild.
They didn't, but like they didn't understand the consensual murder thing though. So like,
That's true.
It was consensual homicide.
Oh, should we have used the professional word for it?
Look,
Maybe.
They probably would have understood that a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm glad you all came around, and if you ever need, some smoothies, I'm always open for company if you want to hang out here. But it is getting late, and you should probably head home. I did.
Would you like some caltrops to like keep your cats in the yard
Some
going forward?
caltrops?
Yes, I have a bunch because they're in the vending machine at the gym. So you turn and you see how many you get each time, and it's really cool.
Sure. Next time I get a cat, I will put these all over the place. Thank you.
Well, not all over the place, just all over the places you don't want it to go.
Right. Yes, that makes sense. I'll tell you, I actually have news for you all too. My son, Charlie, he has been a hero for about a decade now, doing very good work off in some far-off land, and he's going to start doing work here. And I just got a letter from him after you left the homestead that he's returning, and will be arriving tomorrow, because, mail's always delayed. But he should be arriving tomorrow. You should go check in with the Cats Inc., and I'm sure there will be work for you. I can put in a good word if you're looking for it. Surely you guys could use...
A reference?
Absolutely.
Oh, we just got a letter of recommendation.
I'm sorry, what's a recommendation? It's a really big word.
It's like when someone says you're really tight to someone else.
Oh, fuck, I'm so tight.
Yes. All tight.
people always tell me that about
Just
you.
go tell them that you're looking for work with Charlie Nims when he returns, and tell them that I sent you, and I'm sure that they'll have something very good for you in store. He's a wonderful boy, and
Yes.
and you all you would be great friends with him, I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
Tap me up, Nims. Come on. And I'll like raise my hand for a high five.
It's a slow
Yeah.
arm
I just-
raise, but she will.
Slap the shit out of it.
Just like breaks her whole arm. It just flies backwards. No. She goes in for the high five.
I'm gonna like go through and have a moment of like, this is a young old woman, just kind of like.
No, this is like a tight grandma.
No, it is.
You can.
And
Oh,
this
you're right,
lady
you're right.
is just in awe.
That was your recommendation, Mrs.
Internal
Mims.
thing. Internal thing is like, oh, I can't do. She's just like, boy, she's tight as fuck. She can take it.
And take it she does.
Yeah.
She takes it like a champ.
Hell
And
yeah.
after you are done with your interaction with her, she's just beaming. She's so excited about the whole day and the interactions that she has had with everybody, even though she didn't find her cat. And she's like, well, you all get home and stay safe back in the city, and I will maybe see you around sometime. Just give me some advance notice so that I can make sure I have some celery. And she smiles at all of you and addresses you all and kind of waves as you leave and walks back inside.
I look up at the sky and there's like the sun setting, and I'm like, no, I still like we could get a pump in. We could get a late night pump in. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, Max Star probably hasn't worked out today anyway, so.
Yeah.
Like day, chest night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And off you go, making your way back to the gym that had begun this day's adventure. And that is where we will wrap today's session. Now, the interesting thing about today's session is we are running it in collaboration with Plus One EXP. And in 2 days, on the 21st, they are running part 2 of this. That will be a continuation of our story today. For Himbos and Myth and Mettle on Plus One EXP. You can search them on Twitter. They're fantastic. Love them all. Tony is amazing. But thank you all so much for watching the wildness of that. I am going to take a brief intermission because my ass has fallen asleep, which is why I'm so shifty.
You're
Work it
skipping
out.
leg day.
Yeah,
Work
so I'm going
it
to be back
out.
in we're going to take a quick 5. Anybody who wants to stick around for the after show conversations and the giggles and talks about mechanics and things, we will return to that here in just a moment. Thanks, everybody.
Hike it up. It's short. I was just like, this is our entire friendship encapsulated in one drawing about 2
I
fictional
do love cold
characters.
restarts. Thanks for that, guys. So we are back. Welcome back to everything.
Oh, hello. Oh, we get to talk about our
Yeah,
friendship
this is
on
the top
stream.
shelf. My ass
Shorts.
still hurts, so I'm standing up this time, but I can move my webcam, so it works. No, but we have just gotten done playing Himbos of Myth and Mettle, or at least part 1 of. Part 2 of is going to be on Plus One EXP's Twitch channel in 2 days. So keep an eye out on their Twitter and things for that, because I'm real curious to see what Tony does with everything that I've just laid out for him. This is going to be delightful. But we are at this point in the show. We have some conversations about how the game went, and good God, was it a game? What are we feeling about the system, about the, anything? Comments, questions, commentary. Let's go.
This was a lot of fun.
My
outside of
face hurts.
the nonsense we were doing, and there was plenty of nonsense. It was just like a fun game.
It's just really good how flexible it is, like just all the stats work, and like how the skills are like, yeah, you tell it yourself, argue your point, why does it apply? It's just like, yeah, why the fuck not?
No, I loved it. I love the writing for the game. If you have not read it, I highly suggest you pick it up. Again, it is funding on itch right now, and it is absolutely spectacular. We got to get somebody who's actually closer to the keyboard to drop an itch link. And
Yep.
hell yeah,
I'm gonna get
it's
that up right now.
it's funding
Put
for
it in the
Zemo. We
chat.
actually had some conversation about it last session when we had a whole bunch of Zemo discussions. Max is back from that, which is great. But I couldn't get enough, and I had to play it. I think the thing that is most interesting to me about this, and it may not shock people who've played more indie tabletops, but I rarely play games that don't have some kind of dedicated combat or inherent violence involved in them, because that's most indie tabletops. And this game very specifically is designed to be so wholesome. It caused me how to think about the game a little bit differently, but like it didn't change the value or the enjoyment out of it at all. And I think there's a lot of benefit to playing something that is entirely wholesome all the time. Like that was a blast.
What's funny is that when I play tested it in other contexts, people have gone like violence with it, because like it's not like front and center the way it is a lot of games, but like you can do a violence.
You could
if
do
you
it.
want. You can do
Well,
literally anything, and because of like the framing of being helpful, violence has put party members a little bit at odds with one another, which has been very fun. Has been like it's because
that's
it's not
really
like
interesting, yeah.
genuine at odds with one another. It's like characters being like, I'm okay with doing violence in this context, and other characters being like, only consensual murder or
Consensual homicide. It's very
consensual
different.
homicide.
It's a perfect.
No, that's super interesting, because like I saw like that there is space for it, because one of the things we didn't touch on at all was magic either. There's a whole magic system in the game that's really glorious, and we didn't need it at all in this one. But
I did need it. I would like to retroactively conjure a water elemental inside the outhouse to clean my butt.
you could have done that, and
Retroactively.
that would have been a good option.
Look, I forgot that was something I could do because we hadn't used
Counter
magic
question
yet.
though.
Aside from
If you're
talking to a
conjuring
chicken.
a water elemental, are they consenting to wiping your ass for you, or like?
I would assume
I
you
would ask
you
first. I would
you
conjure
put
a
a
water
call out to the-
elemental, and then I would use my lips to have a conversation to be like, "Hey, are you okay with this? I'm in a tight bind right now. No TP in the
I'd be
outhouse.
like, bro, it happens.
Like, can you
Understand.
just fist it real quick, and then like, you're free to go around and do what you will.
You just get a fistin in the
Just get a
outhouse.
Fist
Yeah,
and
I
clean
just-
me up, right?
What is this, a
I
Kenny
assume
Chesney
this spell
concert?
works specifically like you are calling a water elemental who is into this sort of thing.
I know one. I've got friends.
Yeah, like when you
Help
make
them
your
out
little
once.
ritual summoning circle, the one that answers is like, "This is my jam." Hello.
Yeah.
I'm
Back at
being
like the
called.
scouting agency for it, they're like, "Oh, this one's mine. I need this. I'm down for these."
It's mine pushing himself through the
Is
crowd.
the water elemental a little too into it?
Mm.
I don't know. It depends on how you
It's-
roll.
I consent.
He keeps
know?
messaging at weird hours like, "Hey, you need someone to clean you up?"
How's your
How do you
toilet
dare
paper?
today?
Huh?
I eat dairy
what time of month is
regularly,
it?
so like we have like a symbiotic
Text you at
relationship.
3 a.m.
at
You
this
out?
Mm.
No, so yeah, the magic system is super cool. Like there is a whole
They're dead.
setup for damage. There is, and part of the premise that I avoided with this one is I did not include a hero in part one, but the hero is kind of the driving conflict a lot of the times from what I was reading of the system. Which is kind of fun because they are inherently, I mean, if you look at D&D players and things and like the characters that show up, they are inherently a little problematic in their own like vices and things that they have to deal with. And himbos are so wholesome, it's trying not to fall into those a lot of the times is kind of what I gathered, but I just wanted to see how the himbos interacted. So maybe we'll get to see some of that and some of the things that we didn't touch on. But there's a lot of room for a more traditional high fantasy, but it is incredibly flexible, like Turk mentioned. And there's so much that you can do with this.
Max, did this game? Is this your first time getting to play your own game?
This is my first time. I mean, this game, yes.
Yeah. That's why I was
yes,
saying your
this
own
is-
game here.
I've never played my own ever once. Yes, this is my first. That actually might be true too, to be honest. I
yeah.
have only run it, which also probably means that like I was responsible for setting something up that like felt a little bit more violence friendly. Yeah, I have not played it. So
How
it's very
did
difficult.
this go how you imagined?
Absolutely not. But that has nothing to do with my game design brain. That is zero. That's
You're
all
s-
y'all.
You're saying you're not taking blame for this, or you're not taking credit for it?
I mean, both. I will happily take credit for it because this was great. But I could not have even imagined it going in the direction that it did, in fact, go in.
I'll actually ask the same question to Mads. We were slightly talking about this already, but did you see this session going this way?
Not this intensely, but I anticipated some of this because I think part of the himbo trope is that like we're big, we're kind of dumb, but we're sexy and wholesome, and we're gonna make jokes about things very innocently. And I kind of knew that some of that would be in there. I didn't think it was gonna get as bad as it did, but okay.
Bad?
I mean, intense, as extreme as it did. How about that? You
We
did.
leaned in.
You
tonight.
did. You-
Lean in.
I don't even know if it's technically a lean as so much as putting an elbow through
Yeah.
a wall.
Yeah.
And
Putting a fist through the side of the outhouse
what
and
Yeah.
screaming.
so lean in.
I feel like I could not keep up. I was like, I am so here for this, and I'm gonna be full support himbo over here with Cookie because I cannot.
I loved that you could talk to chickens.
It's so funny.
If we rewind the tape, you will see me deceased while you are talking about talking with chickens. I was
Which you
like,
did
that
by
is such a
quacking.
hippo thing.
Which I did by quacking.
Like,
To
and
me,
in Kate's
what's
brain,
really
I was like,
funny
that's
is-
normal.
So one of the playthroughs that I did is at like a different. I was like recording an actual play of it, so that there would be like some record of it. And I was playing with like, it was the first time I'd ever like GM'd publicly, and so I asked really close friends to do it with me, so that they'd be really nice to me. And somehow chicken knowledge became a central part of that game. And so now I think it's not fantasy or violence that is the through thread of Himbos. It's in fact chickens.
Chicken knowledge.
But one of the people who was playing has chickens, and so knew that like you can make them fall asleep if you put if you go like this and then you just draw the line out. You can make a chicken fall asleep, and I was so tempted to be like, can I do this? Can I just like
Can I stroke the cock? You didn't ask to stroke the cock once.
I wouldn't have even made you go for it. No, I do have a genuine question about the fact that this is your first time playing and it was a little bit different than what you were anticipating. Has this made you look at your system or the way that it is written in any different perspective or anything?
No, I'm here for it. Like that's not like it's just it is. I mean, it's a little bit validating that I've now seen it played in a number of different environments and styles with like different kinds of characters and different degrees of like energy and comedy. Because like the goal is comedy for me, but yeah, it's been a little bit there. It's been really interesting to see how different it is. And this one is like the Gonzo version, and I am here for that. I'm glad that that also exists, because it makes me think that like if there's players out there that want to play this type of game, the fact that it will support this.
And it supports it really smoothly, too. Like, I wasn't going out of my way to break anything. That's how I interpreted the system, and that's why it's neat.
I'm sure there are ways to break it. I haven't figured that out yet, but also, like, if you want to break
this also
games,
feels like the
do it.
system to break. Like, if we look at how wild that session was, like, breaking the game would have done, what, added more laughs? Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like, lighthearted systems are a good time. How did, because I didn't have to do any of it, how was character creation? How was rolling? What did the actual, like, mechanical feel of the game feel like? Any thoughts on that?
Max has a really nice Google sheet, and I clicked generate character on it. And then I rolled the same skill twice, so I switched one of them out for animal handling, and then never had to use it.
Damn.
I
Clicked on
liked
his
the
sheet.
quick start of like make up your own skills, because I was like, all right, I'm gonna lean into some weird bro shit. Like I had vibe check bro for insight. I had broactive, which is being proactive. So kind of like
What a
the idea
bro.
of like, oh, I brought something that I forgot about, like that I personally have forgotten about. So it's like a way to kind of like, if I had it, I could be like, oh yeah, and I still got this, like, just in case. I've seen that in other RPGs. I had talk it out, bro, for like a charismatic persuasion group hug, but fortunately I was able to take a step back for the group hug. And then my other one was hit for high intensity interval training, but it was about physical recovery. If we were ever in combats, I would just somehow be able to recover faster than a lot of my friends around me. But I was thinking about switching that one to be like, here, bro, I brought snacks, and be able to like help heal my friends in combat if that was like a thing that we actually encountered. But we were very much a let's talk it out,
and
bro. And I really
Turk
loved
absolutely
that for us.
seemed like it did something similar too, because all the references you were throwing down were great. What were all four? 'Cause
yeah.
we only saw two.
So I had Chug Chug Chug, which is the Constitution. Mr. Worldwide, which is of course understanding people. Sculpting Masterpiece, which is just body stuff. And then we just had Smile and Wave, which is just your general persuasion. Just because I was in my head, I'm like, well, I've chosen Undeniable Presence, so I feel like my job is going to be pull as much heat towards me as possible. And because I have a really powerful thigh thing, I'll entrap them, like a spider, like a trapdoor spider, or someone with powerful thighs. So that was, I was just like, oh yeah, smile and wave, boys, smile and wave. And yeah, my character creation started out as like, yeah, himbos. I'll be this like ancient Greek and himbo, and yes, Arestes, the greatest warrior to ever arrive, Xephos, and all that. And then you're like, it got a bit more contemporary with the juice shop. I'm like, what if he was a frat lax bro instead? And he took like one psychology course, and he used that to extra psychoanalyze people. And here we are, where I have a lax stick and a ball bag, and I would bat at people with my pulling balls.
This shocks me none, but I'm almost
Also,
sad that never happened.
That
I'm sitting down again.
That bro in real life is somebody I never want to speak to, but totally here for roleplay.
It could be good. It most likely isn't.
Very few, only roleplay bros. Yeah, I also just used my generate. I'm playing the character that I like. I wrote a thread about what character creation is, and then like made a character, and I was like, oh, I'll just play that guy. I'll just play that one. But there are two different ways to do it. It's actually really great to hear that people liked both of the ways. Because I don't know if this is a thing other people feel when they make games, but I always I have a hard time finding the like, just make it up, or here's a bunch of support line, right? Like,
oh my god, it's so hard.
Just being like, I'm gonna trust you, like they're like, because I'm a person who doesn't want to just be given just make it up, right?
Yeah.
Like I really like game systems. I like playing them as they're meant to be played and how they're written, and so like don't want to put. So I try to design for me, and then I'm like, but every once in a while, I'm just like, just make it up, and then people who aren't me are like, I love that I just got to do that. Like, great, good, but I never know where that line is.
Yeah, I've always sided with like, just make it up, but here's D10 examples.
It helps to have an idea. Yeah, with like, and I was going through, I was initially looking at the sheet, I'm like, and I hadn't even looked at the quick start. I was like, how do I generate this? But I was already starting to get ideas like, what is its big mean, and how do I extra super analyze this and make it important? You know. But I really liked it. I liked how like rolling the stats kind of helps create the character as well. I just love that kind of system where you can have an idea going in, but then as you're creating the character through the random number generation, it's like, oh well, you were wrong about this. They're not, you know.
We did not pick.
Yeah.
My thighs were
yeah.
my least one. I was like, no.
I don't know if you were about to say this, but like Electric Bastion
Raven's
said a
Crest
similar
was
thing.
the same. Yeah,
with
you
Raven's
did the same thing with
Raven's
both of those.
Crest. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna be this big jock guy. What's your HP? 1. Okay, I'm grievously hurt from some injury because I got 1 HP and I can't get hit. Please do not let me die. So it was very much like the rolling of stats is just as important to your character's history and story as everything else. I think that's just like, I love systems that do that to no end.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't actually want to compare it necessarily to the Lumen system, but I do think there is a thread that I want to follow there, where it's the stats that you chose, being lips, chest, thighs, and hands, are fairly arbitrary, and more akin to like an emotional usage, or like you know, it's something that's a little bit more formless in what that stat means, as opposed to something a little bit more stringent, like strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence. Like those, they still have room to play with, but the fact that the names of the stats are all as abstract as they are, you know, comparatively to other RPGs, I think gives you a lot more room to kind of say what they mean to that character too. Which is nice. I like those. It's one of the reasons I like the Lumen system, for like, you being this kind of character, you doing this, or you doing this. Like, you can kind of, how Turk was saying, you know, you can pick, you know, I want to do this thing atypically with thighs instead of lips, and make that. You have an example of that in your book too. But that's a really big benefit to this kind of rules light system. I think it makes it more flexible, but it makes it more fun because it gives the players more creativity to do what they like with them, which I'm about.
Yeah, I feel like as I expose myself to more and more games, which I'm trying to play every possible indie game that I can, but like what I've realized is that I am not the person who likes the games that are meant to just be a structure that you put like flavor on top of. I want the games that are so steeped into their genre that like that is what you're playing with them, right? And so like, I think we've all had this moment. I don't know. I've had this moment where I'm like, what does somebody think I should play this game in? And somebody's like, GURPS. And I'm like, I don't want to make my own game. I want to play a game that is whatever it is, or whatever other generic, right? Like generics, when people say those generic systems, I'm like, that's the opposite of what I want, right? Like I want a system that like is steeping in its own flavor so that like that's exactly what it's good for.
I need to aside this for just a sec, because you have brought up the thing that I keep staring at Twitter at all fucking day about. What the hell is GURPS? Can somebody explain to me the Twitter
It's a
GURPS
really
thing?
old. Yeah, it's a really old RPG. It's the generic universal role-playing system. The design of it is, hey, you can play any game in this. So naturally, every time anyone's like, hey, we should, I want a game that has this sort of feeling, people are like, have you tried GURPS for it? And it's sort of like a meme just from like a million years of people recommending GURPS for literally everything. It's a fine system.
It's been what people
but,
have been doing for 5 years.
It's the same as like
You can
it's
be
the same as you can do that in D&D, right? Like to me, that response is like, okay, you can, yeah, I could, but that's not like what excels at this, and like that response.
I've been
feels
a
lot closer to,
himbo
like,
in 5e, and I can assure you that this was far more significantly himbo.
Well, I mean, let's...
well, good.
I,
That's it. I'm gonna.
This rewards the himbo behavior rather than
Yes.
the DM going like,
Why are you so fucking dumb?
yeah. And there was no intelligence checks to be seen. Merely
Why did you
pure
dump
heart,
intelligence
guy.
again? Why did you do it? I'm just like, because I'm actually stupid, and I need you to not make me have an intelligence higher than what I contribute to the conversation.
It's kind of funny because I am a recent person to be exposed to this whole like OSR situation where everybody's like, oh, you should challenge the player, and I'm like, I as a player really like that style of play. Like I love getting a puzzle, right? Because I think I'm generally pretty smart, and so like I like doing those things, and then this is inspired so much by so many of those systems that get thrown at like what are OSR games, and instead it's like, but you better not challenge the player, like that's not what we're doing here. You give them a weird puzzle and then see how bizarro their response can be that is not logical to solve it.
I felt like the himbo logic in a lot of ways is like trying to park a fucking military Jeep in a parking lot full of Ferraris, and then halfway through you have to realize you don't give a shit how everyone else does. As long as you're roughly in the right spot, it's gonna work out. And it's sure you might have a wheel up on some Bugatti, and someone's windshield is blown out, but who cares? You found the right spot. Like this is where you needed to be.
We got our spot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I need to, in the final book, I feel like I'm gonna have to put there has to be a section called himbo logic. Like this needs to be in there and
really
explicit.
does.
Like this is get weird and obtuse about your
That
solutions.
honestly should-
Yes. I also felt like this was...
I was just going to say, that honestly should be in the GM section. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I think the best benefit for that is to sit in the GM section to make sure the GM knows, hey, please don't take these roles too seriously. Because, like, I don't most of the time. I like just rolling with what the players do. But I've seen so many games where it's like, that's not how the game works. And it's like, stop doing that. Just let the players do their thing. Their logic is sound logic right now.
This glass is bulletproof, but is it punch proof?
Yes.
100%.
I was going to say that I like that this felt like a narrative system, especially, like, we didn't have too many roles where it was like, you do it, but with a consequence. But if we had, like, I really enjoy playing in narrative systems, such as, like, Genesis or, like, Star Wars RPG systems, where it's just like, you can do this, but this also happens. It's nice that it was with, like, sparkly dice like this, rather than whatever the fuck the markings mean on narrative dice systems. But it was like, just because...
Don't come for the Genesis dice.
I won't.
Use the kinky dice instead.
Use the kink dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Actually-
use kink dice. If you can figure out a way to make kink dice part of your system,
This
can we
the
make one where the stats
I
are
rolled
like
this.
you
What does
roll
it do?
ass, or
You
you
roll
roll
this?
thighs.
You roll position involving ass.
this
Just
will be in the
D4.
this is a request. So this will be so the game the genesis of this game is I saw a Reddit post like 2 years ago that was somebody talking about, like, long story short, a GM had like a pool of dice that players just like threw dice into as a payment for like running a game or whatever. And somebody who it was their first game threw in the dice they had in their house, not realizing that two sets of like sex dice were in there. And they heard about afterwards the GM accidentally rolling something in a game and rolling D6 and breast and D6 plus breast. And I just remember seeing the like D6 plus breast, and I was like, I need to make the game where that is a legitimate thing to do.
Yes.
Which
if
is
you
where
need a
this
dice
started.
vendor, I know some.
And this is my goal is to have like a little bit in the end that's like, if you want to play this with sex dice, here's how you adapt these rules to actually use them. Because I don't want people to require, like when I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't want to require people to use unique dice because of the aforementioned what the hell do these dice mean.
We'll make 2 games I own where I can roll sex dice alongside them.
Keegan, what is the other one?
It's
Blessed.
just so good.
It's Motel Spooky, and then there's a number, and I don't remember what it is, but I will look it up.
Is it
while we're-
69?
It's. I don't think it is. I'm gonna find it. I know who made it. Give me a minute.
I looked at Motel Spooky and I got legitimately like spooky motels.
I don't want that search history.
I was just like, how do we also include all of those business like motivational dice? The synergy, like schedule a meeting with tits. You know, synergize with ass.
So one of the things that will happen also is like, all of my games are like, please take them and hack them and make different things, and I'm actively like helping. I'm actively hoping to. I'm gonna throw some money at some people to help expand some of the ways that this game exists. But I really like the idea of there just being like himbos of and then different themes, right? So like myth and metal, like we have our little fantasy moment, but like some alliterative words for like office work would be hilarious. Alliterative words are not a thing that I'm going to make up on the fly. I would need a lot of word hippoing to do that. But I love the idea of there just being like, yes, here we're only office days.
It's Motel Spooky 9, by the way.
Motel
Cover sheets
Spooky
and
9.
That makes sense.
Himbos. No, cover sheets is too long. Cubicles is good though. Himbos.
Cubicles is good.
I get it. 60, spooky, same number of syllables. Oh,
Those.
I get it.
It's also currently itch funding still. I'm just gonna point that out.
Very nice.
Those and.
So actually, speaking of the itch funding, because I think it's the last legitimate question that I can think of in my brain right now. We've covered most of the other things. Thank you.
Yeah, you see, I got you there.
How is itch funding going right now? Where are you at? What are the goals that you're working towards right now? Where's the game at in production? What's your timeline, do you think, for like feeling complete with this?
So it's going very well. The fund is going super well. I was very surprised by how well it's going, because I was obviously very nervous about like the whole itch funding situation. So we are currently 100. I'm gonna try and do math. 162. There we go. I could do it. My brain feels like it left when this game started. Like it may return to me after
That
I've
is the
slept.
himbo way.
No,
But
it's
like
gone,
it
babe.
may never. Those brain cells are just permanently gone.
No
it's
thoughts,
100.
head empty.
Yeah, it's $162 away from like the final goal, which is a goal that I like announced yesterday, but is that it got it got upgraded to a hardcover option, and if we get to $2,000, it will just every purchase of $15 or more will be the hardcover book.
Sorry, how much was that you're away from?
$162. So we're
Okay.
38, and once we get to 2K, every physical copy will be a hardcover copy, and there will be no. Everybody will just get them. It's like the base, obviously, because we played it. The base structure is all done. I want to put in a bunch more. I really want to take the time to write some of the like GM reflection notes and more of the like support for helping do all of like the running of the game. Like mechanically, it's there, but otherwise, yeah, I want to like write some more flavor in there. So there's still some stuff that's not finished, but I think it'll probably be done end of March, mid-April, and then off to the printer. And then it's one of those like off to the printer, and who knows, because the amount of like we don't have paper in the world that I keep hearing that.
Yeah, there's a
postpones those
paper
timelines.
shortage.
Yeah.
It's real bad. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah,
Shit's grim.
It also sounds like it's starting to affect like really small orders, which it hadn't prior, right? Like you just like order your little zine orders
It
haven't
would
really
just
been
affect
super
like
effective.
mass production games and stuff.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So I was just double checking too, because Tony just put in the chat about any cool calendars.
Oh yes. So I am lucky enough to be surrounded by really brilliant artists and have have gotten a close friend of mine, Emma James, who is only on Instagram because doesn't just like social media, to do a calendar. So this is a new thing that I think will be fun. I don't know where it's going to end up. I do know that the digital version of it will for sure come with the game, but we might try and follow a small we might try and find a like small print place to do like a short small print run of like a desktop calendar or something of it that will be the Himbos of Myth and Mettle calendar. I just tweeted a like preview sketch that I have of this character tonight, and Tony is going to be one of the characters is being inspired by Tony.
I love this.
Quick question. If I were to donate some money to your itch, I already bought the books because I'm obsessed. But if I were to donate some, how much would I need to donate to get Kate in your book?
If we were to maybe check in
Or even
on
the
that
toilet
amount.
seats, like the toilet seat situation of like the arm through the wall. I know somebody.
So I do notice that as we've talked, it has hit 2K. So everybody's getting a hardcover. Thanks, everybody.
Very nice.
Congrats.
Yes, I made Tony pay $50 to be in the calendar. So that's the thresholds. There
All
are a
right,
few
game
spots
on.
of
I'm coming in.
Those are secret spots. I am not like making them an actual number. There are a few of them that I am happy to make happen if you really want a character in there.
Corndog's about to cream this cock.
Please, I'm gonna make sure that Cookie makes it into that final version.
Yes. That's all I need.
Cookie's gotta make it in.
Oh goodness, I had another question and it just left as soon as Arestes showed back up again for a minute.
Just
yeah, it's gone. It's totally gone. I do want to real quick. If you are not in the TPK roleplay Discord, you have missed just oodles of good times because Cyberella Draws in the chat, and their handle was linked as well, but it's the same for Twitter and Instagram, has made some of the absolute most fun art just of all of the great moments of this game. And I have to sincerely thank them for that, but also go follow their stuff. Ironically, I just pulled up the Twitter page. I've been following them for like a month and a half now. Didn't even realize that it was the same person. So you make great shit, and I love it. Thank you. Yeah, but really just that made my whole day, and their art is worth a follow. But I think, because we are coming up on 9, and I like good round numbers, we'll probably start to wrap here. Any final questions or comments from anybody before we get to outros and press on?
Super excited for the hardcover.
God, I love hardcovers so much.
Yeah,
so
same.
much.
If you want a preview of the cover, it is on the itch. The artist who did the cover is phenomenal. At Sob Comics on the internet, and I am so excited that I get to put it when you like work with rad artists, and then you get to be like, I'm going to put your rad art on this like hardcover artifact that is going to exist in the world. And one of the cool things about the Itch Fund is that I got to hire Mary at Sob Comics to do an illustrated character sheet. So if you've seen like the cool illustrated character sheets that exist in the world, we've been taking some inspiration from that. So that will also be in there. And there's just so many cool people doing stuff about it. I'm just really thrilled.
That is fantastic. Now, I am in full support of Himbos in Myth and Metal. This has been probably one of my favorite episodes just as far as antics. So thank you all for that. We will get to outros, I suppose. Everybody can plug your shit and tell us where we can find you, what you're up to, all that good stuff. We'll go in the same order. We'll start with Keegan. Go around.
Yeah, hi. I'm still Keegan. You can still find me at KeeganEXE or KeeganEXE.com. We'll be playing this again on Monday at 12 Eastern time. Should be fun. And then I'm also running my own game in Extremis on +1 EXP on the 7th, which should be fun. But yeah, that's me.
It is.
Is it me?
Yeah.
It is me. Hello, everyone. It's me, Corndog Bra. You can find me here on TPK frequently with Turk over the next week. Oh my gosh. Whole week of us. Just kidding. It's not. 3 days. You're welcome.
I don't know.
This was fucking rad. I enjoyed every ounce of this. I just want to give you all of my money at this point. I don't have very much, but
too late. I already gave him all of my money.
Well, you got all of our money. The Himbo Collective
guys, I can take
of
all of
TPK has
everybody's
showed
money.
up.
Oh, you think you can take both of our monies at the same time?
My ass doesn't hurt yet, so I can take a lot.
We can change that. You'll be sitting on a money pile by the time this is done.
Coins hurt.
We don't make it rain, we make it hail.
Ow. I love you guys so much. This is wonderful.
It was delightful being able to play another Himbo on a stream after Turk and I played Himbos in a long-term campaign. This was just the best energy. I love Himbo energy. I went out and talked to my partner between breaks. It was just like, this is the most fun I've had on stream in so long. So this is great. I'm super pissed now that I can't play on Monday because I'm already streaming that. Like,
just quit your other stream.
I've thought about it 17 times over this past couple hours.
Do it, you fucking coward.
Call in sick.
Do it.
Cole will understand.
Whoa.
But Tony,
It's
will curse me more than he already does.
Tony will literally curse you. He's got some.
Yes.
He's got some powerful.
He already makes sure I get disadvantage in every campaign I'm in. So like, I don't want to deal with that any further.
One of you two should give, if you are feeling it, you should give Aaron your character and give them a quick debrief, so that one of you can carry on. Yeah.
Oh yes,
Aaron's
Aaron
offered
has
to take it.
offered.
We'll stick it in the DMs to hand off whatever you need to hand off. I'm sure.
I think Turk, you were up.
Yes. Okay. Hi. I am Turk or Turk Accented as I rapidly pick up my calendar app because next week is going to be real hectic, but it's going to be fine. I have been playing Arestes, your lax Greek bro, who is not part of a frat, but makes his own fucking frat. Because he's got all his bros with him. Anyway, Monday, Emerald Expeditions, we'll be playing Orsoid, your dwarf Dragonborn sorcerer, which is a lot of fun. Just get to be a real stupid character again, and I love it. Really excited today. Tuesday, Oathsworn. If you liked the concept that I briefly described for the character I was going to play, I have some great news because Grecian mythology and a bunch of bullshit does occur in Oathsworn. It's an Odyssey of the Dragonlord. Odyssey of the Dragonlords campaign, which is a 5e mixed with Greek mythology. It's really fun. The characters are getting into their second big dungeon. A lot of emotional stuff coming up. I mean, it's constantly happening. The players are amazing. Honestly, just watch it for them, not even for me.
No,
They
no,
just
that is a
bring the
lie.
heat.
If you've ever been in a game with Turk is a fantastic fucking DM, and you gotta go watch it for him too. Like,
But I will fully lift my hands up. The players literally ran the entire last session, and it was
That's amazing.
everything I wanted.
You got a
So,
hella cast though.
Credit to them. It's a really great cast. Definitely worth checking out. But Wednesday, speaking of wonderful diatribes and banter, we'll be back with Aliens, which is run by the ever wonderful Meg Mysteria, the hubris of man. So that's gonna be fun. We're on a ship with no one running it, and we're gonna see if we've survived that, as well as Operation Go Fish, which sounds probably a bit too much fun. So this is into Thursday, where I'll be over on Nat 20, where I'll be running Delta Green, which is a modern-day Call of Cthulhu system, where we'll be running the scenario Caligati. So if you want to see a bunch of soldiers be broken down into quiet, slobbering babies, don't just tune in onto Wednesday, but also Thursday as well, keeping those themes consistent. And then finally, on Saturday, Curse of Strahd and with Dark Echoes. It's going to be super fun. And then Sunday, Hopewell Harbor. It's going to be a really fun one-shot. And then Monday, I will be one of the hosts for the continuing series of Iron DM. I will be having no sleep. I will be burnt out to all hell. I don't know what the theme is, but we're going to have two excellent competitors, No Cerex Franco and Zipperon Disney, that are just going to probably blow the roof off the place. And that's something we're checking in, because your vote does matter in the overall bracket of who's going to be moving onward. So yeah, there's a bunch more stuff coming, but that's going to be it for February. Watch me slowly burn out into a fucking crisp by the end of it. It should be fun. Also,
Ooh, what kind of crisp?
like not the British kind, like the boring, shriveled up husk of a human
like
being,
an
like
apple crisp.
yeah, like an apple.
I love an apple crisp.
Same.
I was thinking like Dark Souls crisp, but I'm gonna go with that
okay.
instead to
Apple
keep a
crisp.
positive mindset.
Oh, all I
I'll
want
be-
are pastries.
I'm becoming apple crisp by the end of this, and
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
We're
yeah.
just all hoping you take all this himbo energy into all your very serious
like,
sounding
Jesus
games.
Christ.
throughout
yeah. Well,
You've ruined Turk, is what's happened here.
no. Well, so to be fair, the last
completed
Emerald
Turk.
Expeditions, I was made a gif of being a dumb child. I'm literally playing a child, so already himbo energy off the charts there. Aliens, I'm playing explosives expert, who constantly flirts with everybody and is more likely to blow himself up than anything else. So
Himbo energy again.
I'll be fine. Then the oath sworn in the department stuff, I'll find a way.
Just
I
gotta
promise.
get.
You better.
One of my long-term plans with this game that I'm going to try and figure out, it's probably going to happen, but I really want to run like original Ravenloft in Himbos, because I want to take the like dark.
Can I come?
100%.
We're all invited, is what I
I have
just heard.
zero. This is like an idea that I put out to Twitter at some point, but I have made no plans. But I just want to take like an old,
Spooky
dark,
and
dreary,
stupid.
serious thing, and then just be like, here.
Strahd, bro, just like give up on her, dude. Let's go
So-
hit the gym instead.
I would just like to say one thing only, and that is cream.
With that, we're out. Bye, everyone.
Gonna cream Strahd.
I'm gonna cream straw.
Sounds like a pastry in and of itself. Cream Strahd.
Mmm, delicious.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds
it
like a
does.
$12 pastry.
Yeah, it
Oh
does.
goodness.
Well,
I'm really glad that we
running
even
my
got
new
you for
goth
the session today
bakery.
if you're that busy. So thank you for showing up.
It's just never there, but I always have it.
Max, speak to us.
Yeah, I am Max. We've done a wonderful play of this game that I made. I love it. This has been so great, so wonderful. You can find me on the internet at Max Willander everywhere, which is also where you can find this game. And thanks again. It's been so good. I'm gonna sleep
You are
so
super
good.
welcome. This was an absolute blast. I am Mads, your host. for the top shelf into perpetuity till I burn out or something. But you can find me at JK Madigan on Twitter, Itch, and I think TikTok as well, or in the TPK Discord. Go check out TPK Roleplay's Discord if you have not already. Join that. It's delightful. We've got games literally all the goddamn time. Like, our calendar is packed. If you like my show and you want to check out other shows, mind you, my show is a little bit different, but we do have some variety in there, and then we've got a whole lot of like long-running campaigns, some goofy one-shots. Like, it is a variety channel all over. You'll find something you like. It's tons of great DMs, tons of great players, and check out my itch stuff. Go check out my games. I don't promote myself enough, but Raven's Crest is great. I just recently, look at this. I'm so proud. I have a physical copy of A Sailor's Grave in my hand, and I saddle-stitched this goddamn thing myself. I learned how to saddle-stitch zines so that I can start making physical copies of stuff, but if you like pirate adventures, A Sailor's Grave is lovely. Raven's Crest, genre horror RPG, which I am currently revamping to turn into a much larger thing. And then there's a couple other smaller games on there that are a little bit more experimental. Feel free to play around with those. Support me if you can, because I buy too many games to support this show. Cycle it back in, please. I'm running out of money. No, but it's a great time. I love everybody who's always out in the chat. Go check out Tony at Plus One EXP in 2 days. You gotta watch the second half of this. It's gonna be great. And we will see you in the next episode, where on March 5th we are playing, unless I fucked up my calendar, Justicar, which I am so excited for. It's going to be some like Ace Attorney bird law bullshit. Like, I am so excited for a courtroom tabletop RPG so that I can just yell "I object" 14 times. Keegan, you have said nothing. Am I wrong? Please tell me that we're actually playing Justicar.
Okay. No, I literally started. It's just we've been outroing for 20 minutes now.
All right. No, but we'll see you in the next episode. We're going to play some court stuff. Go check out everybody's games, and we will talk to you later.